sword fight, fight, fight. Monkey sword fight, fight, fight. Monkey sword fight, fight, fight. Monkey sword fight, fight, fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Perth's premier podcast, Monkey Sword Fight, with me, your host, Jordan Patrick, and my co-host, Mr. Michael Dots.
Word with dots.
Go for it.
I always smile when I say that. I don't know why. Never let success get to your head, and never let failure get to your heart. Oh,
that's deep, Mike.
Words, deep words.
Got Andy Mack on the ones and twos, as per usual.
What's happening?
And we're joined this week by a very special guest, and I've totally fucking lost all my notes, and my phone's frozen.
Oh, isn't that the new phone?
Yes.
You have bad. You know why it's frozen?
wait a
This is
minute.
part of the. Oh, God.
Oh, sorry.
This is the suspense of you being here.
It is. They're like, it's a female voice, and it's not Jordan's girl. It's not Chuff, is it?
Yeah, no. Or Rana.
Oh,
Sorry.
Rhonda, yes.
We're joined by Hollie Irvine. How are you, Hollie?
I'm good. How are you?
Sorry about that wee technical glitch.
No problems.
Hopefully we Andy fucking cut that out, or he'll just make me look a dick. Keep it in.
Are we talking into the mic, Jordan? You're talking.
I'm talking into the mic. You're looking at me right now. Bad start. I'll get the first of all before we get into any of the pleasantries. Thanks to this week's sponsor, Paul Patrick Plumbing and Heating. Small, reliable plumbing/heating company, gas safe registered, fully insured, from tap washers to heating systems. No job too small. That's Perth's premier plumbing and heating service.
Premier. Are you done with your ad?
Yeah, I'm done.
So we'll just
Our
go.
ad.
We'll go right into it, attacking our guest, because I saw that I saw a tweet that you put out maybe this morning. Say the 18th.
Was it not last night? Or was
Oh, it was last night.
No,
yeah.
it was this morning because you seemed really upset about it first thing.
And you wrote, "Mornings are getting dark. Love it," in capital letters. So why? Why do you love dark mornings, first of all? And doesn't it bother you that the roads are wet during the winter? That bothers me the most. Doesn't that bother anybody else?
So this is for introductories.
Yes.
Wow.
We're getting off to a hot
Nice to
start.
have you here.
Great.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why do you like cold mornings?
I'm a spooky girl.
Ah, okay. So that's why all the Halloween emojis
Yeah,
and
no,
everything.
that's my
Okay.
favourite time of year. I love Halloween.
All right.
I love it being dark. I love like moping about in the dark. I love driving in the dark. I love sitting in the dark.
We have our title episode. We love moping around in the dark. There we go. Yeah.
Emo as fuck.
All right. Yeah. I don't mind winter if it's dry and maybe a little snow. We talked about this, I think.
Yeah, we talked about when we had the abundance at the start of the year.
But certainly not around this time of year. November, October, and you wake up and you hear it raining from like the time you get out of the shower in the morning. And it's like, ugh, I got to go to work in this shit now. It's terrible.
See, the only time I like it when it's dark in the mornings is when you've been out the night before. Because the worst one is when you're partying and then the birds start tweeting at like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and you're like, fuck, walk of shame in the light.
Side
in
of
the
pies.
summertime you can actually stretch out till about 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah, man, in the winter, that's the best time to get on the sesh.
The sun's coming up. You're like, don't look at me. I'm hideous.
Well, before we get into like berating our guest anymore, will we any feedback from last week?
My daughters had a bit of feedback, not about the show really,
Okay.
but they saw the posters that Dougie put together for us.
Okay.
And yeah, did you like them? They look good. They tried to trace them. They were, and I was like, "Don't write on them because that'll destroy it." But then they had them at the table here, and then they were like drawing them. And did a really good job. But I know it's only a matter of time before they destroy them. It'll be ripped up somewhere.
Get it framed.
I know. I'm gonna get it. It's rolled up now in my bedroom, but they'll find it and destroy it. It'll be.
Have they found the mics yet?
No, they haven't, which is crazy. They were in that cabinet yesterday, and they were fishing around. So I'm surprised I haven't found them and did their own like X Factor auditions in the living room.
I was
But no.
I was so excited by it. I woke Chuff up to show her.
I'm sure she was
sound
thrilled.
asleep. I was like, "Look at this!" She's like. Also, had my dad finally listened to a full episode.
Oh, Papa
Oh,
Pat.
shout out to
Big
Papa Pats.
He said he really enjoyed it. He laughed. He looks a bit pissed in this photo that I'll show to everyone that my mum sent me when they were listening to it.
Oh wow.
My dad, cigar and moof.
Oh, you look like your dad.
Do you reckon?
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
I wasn't told I looked like my mum.
Do you think we can put a picture of that up on the Facebook page so the people can see?
I'll double check with Big Papa Pats.
Get that authorization, and then we'll do that.
He also said he loves pickled eggs, but only buys them at Christmas as they help with indigestion.
Oh, that's
Really?
my boy,
No,
but
no.
that's an all year round snack. That.
Holly, how do you feel about pickled eggs? Pickled anything?
Pickled onions,
Okay.
if they're from a good chip shop.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah. I kind of. Oh no, I tried pickled gherkins for the first time this year, like the green ones that are long, and
yeah,
they were nice.
See, in America, in my homeland, that's pickles. You know what I mean? Like we just say pickles. You know what I mean? But pickled gherkins, that's the only ones that I eat. I don't really like anything else pickled. I'll try it. The pickled eggs, like I said last week, but
Nah, man, no, can't do it.
Pickled crisps.
Pickled crisps. Does that work?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
like pickled onion crisps.
Pickled onion water.
Are you too?
No.
on a sandwich.
Oh my god.
Oh, crisp sandwiches? I don't know.
Bro, golden one with pickled onion and fuck the sandwich, just bread, bit of dairy cheese on either side.
Oh, yes.
Slam that full of crisps. Fucking away you go.
Golden
Pickled
ones are
onion.
too thin for me. I don't like them. I don't like them.
I want to talk about the.
You just gave me this look of disgust, Andy. He was just kind of like, ugh.
I'm a McCoy's loyal, man. McCoy's loyal.
I like McCoy's
all
too.
day.
Yeah.
Doritos, man.
Doritos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, G, can we say that we came round here on
OG.
Sunday to watch the football at Mike's?
American football.
American
yes.
football, sorry. And we all brought a rake of snacks. And then me and Mike the next day complained about how unwell we felt. Because we're old and can't digest.
Tell me about the snacks.
Okay, so me and Chuff, we brought round 2 cheese pizzas. Good fellas. Because Mike likes plain cheese. Can't complain about that.
Yeah, love plain cheese.
Brought in some breaded chicken wings.
Yeah.
Some Pringles. Some Doritos. Some dip.
Yeah. Chris also bought 2 pizzas. And then we just had juice. And Andy bought the most wonderful thing ever to touch my tongue.
Honestly, man.
Pause.
To touch your tongue.
The Dime, is it Dime?
Dime bar dairy milk.
Dime bar dairy milk.
Mate.
It was incredible. It was incredible. And I was when I woke up the next morning, I was like, oh, it's still there. And then I came back from work and I was like, oh, I'll try a little bit of that. And I was like, whoa, this is good.
Oreo dairy milks are better.
Yeah. Oreo.
Oh,
yeah, I've had
yeah.
that before too.
Oreo dairy
Yeah,
milk.
they're good.
Any chocolate I can dip in my cup of tea, I'm all about that.
So it sounded like a feast.
Oh, wait, a little bit more feedback though. People commented on the Facebook the photo that we took last week of you 3, and they said you look like the same person.
You did.
3 white dudes with beards. That's what it was.
That's why I shaved mine off this week.
Is that some thinly veiled racism? But we'll just brush right over it.
That's
I'm just-
fine.
Oh, who was that put the photo in that looked like Bob's, that looked like Dougie that was on from last week?
Oh,
Fuck
Is that
me,
Chalet?
man.
I will
spit
not.
him
Listen,
in.
just well that we did. I was surprised about how ridiculously similar all 3 of us looked in that photo.
It was
though.
crazy.
It
Yeah.
was.
it was crazy.
That dude is his doppelganger.
It did look like him, right? Yeah. I was shocked to open that up. I was like, wow, that's really him.
It just looked in with a bit wider. It looked like, when there's like the little version of a
Thicker.
superhero toy. Yeah, that's what it was like. Bob's was the actual version, and this was like the little one where it's like Spider Person.
That was the Aldi version of Bobby Sanchez.
There's nothing wrong with Aldi.
No, hell no.
I shopped there exclusively, actually. I would never bash them.
I'm more just talking about their toy section. However, my girlfriend still hasn't let me, no matter how many times they reduce it, buy a sledgehammer from the middle section. But they constantly seem to have sledgehammers that are down from like 50 quid. And I'm like, look, that's a bargain.
Oh, there was a knife sharp now down from 50 quid down to like £5. I was like, I need one of them. I need it.
Is that
I got
mine?
knives.
Yeah,
I gotta get
exactly.
sharp.
Fucking shout out to Lidl and Aldi.
Let's get them on
Oh
sponsors.
yes,
That'd be great.
they pay their staff a fortune as well. So.
I've read.
I'm the wrong fucking job. Well, we'll jump straight into it and we will start discussing some tough stuff. Am I having a stroke?
I hope not.
Is that
And no first aid.
okay, cool.
Great.
That's fine.
So we're
Just
all
in case
good.
You see me going limp then. So, Holly, how are you? Thank you for joining
I'm a
us.
little bit nervous. What's
You're a
going to
bit
come
nervous?
on?
Oh, please don't. Be.
No, we have no idea what we're doing, so don't feel nervous at all. Like I said, you're probably more comfortable speaking in a microphone than we are.
Oh, born to do it.
All right.
We did ask Holly if she was happy being on Facebook Live before we started, and she just demanded front and centre.
Yeah. You don't sound like someone who's nervous. So,
Sorry, I totally just paused there and took a drink.
no, it's all right.
Okay, sorry.
So, the first time I saw your stuff,
Oh no, I knew this was coming.
no, I thought it's good. It's a good thing. It was Perth. We need to talk about the takeaway situation. And I remember commenting on that because I read it and I was like, you know what? This is like totally spot on. Like there is no place to eat in Perth. Like you go out in Dundee, which you mentioned in the article, and you go to the place that was stealing the electricity. What are they called?
Aladdin?
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo.
Yeah.
Marco Polo.
You go out there, and no matter what time you come out of the casino, the college bars or whatever, you can go in there and get some food that's gonna wreck your insides, right? But in Perth, where are you gonna go? You gotta go to the gas station.
BP, man.
Yeah, it's
You got to
I
stand
know,
in the
it's-
ropiest looking queue in the world.
So I'm sorry. What were we gonna say? No. So was that was with you wrote that for the Perth Gazette, right? So was that your first piece of work for them, or?
No, I'd done a couple before then about walking, and I was kind of when I started out finding my feet, that was my first kind of big one where it was like everyone's like, this girl can ride.
Oh, all right, good. Yeah, I saw the walking one too, and I'm definitely gonna take my dog on a couple of those walks. I'm always looking for new ones. Has anything changed with the Perth food scene since you've written your article? Has anyone got in touch about that?
No, not yet. I'm hoping so soon.
I heard it was something to do with like there's some stupid licensing law and it's to stop people hanging around the inside of the town or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is bollocks because saying that it did used to be an institution. You'd leave the dancing at 3. And then there'd just be a staggering group of like zombified drunk people stoating in and getting their Rustler's burger and putting their food into the nastiest looking microwave.
It was always the hot dogs. You remember you would always get to the end and all the sauce would be at the bottom of the baguette. Bad times, man.
What about the hot dogs outside the loft, though?
They're all right.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, man. I'll eat almost anything.
I
It'll
went
do,
back and
man.
spent a fortune on those things and always regret
I
it
know
the next
people
day.
who have like left the venue and they go into that bar just to get the food and then go back out again and go home.
Really?
Yeah, because like you say, it's the only place to eat in the middle of Perth.
Options are limited.
Let's talk about
Very
a 24-hour
limited.
bakery in Dundee.
Oh, is that not called Clark's or something?
Clark's is great.
I've heard wonderful
Have you
things
never been
about
there?
it. Never, no.
I remember I loved it because the queue was that big. I changed my mind about 4 times because I just kept reading the menu and I ended up spending about 15 quid on food because I was just like, this all looks amazing.
We used to go there, Big Stevie Cook, who listens sometimes.
Sup, Stevie Cook?
He used to drive to Glasgow, pick me up on the way to Glasgow to football practice in Dundee, on the way back from Glasgow, sorry. And then when we would come back through Perth, we would stop at Clark. So we would go and like run for 3 hours at Dundee practice and then just put all that grease just back in our system.
I don't know
by
if you
eating
used to
something gross.
justify after football training that you could eat whatever the fuck you wanted for the entire Sunday.
I could have 9 pizzas. I just ran 2 miles. I'm good.
Right, so like you say, you started off doing, that was your first couple of articles for the Perth Gazette. So did you study journalism? Did you go to uni? Did you?
Kind of varied background. I done film and with media and journalism. So I kind of done like dabbed in all 3, but predominantly film actually. And just kind of went into marketing, fell into marketing as my day job and just started writing on the side. So I kind of been lucky that I can dabble in quite a few areas.
Oh, nice.
So with the writing, what were the first couple of things that you write about? Because I opened up. You ever use Medium? Yeah. So I started a Medium account. I was like, and beginning of the year, I'm like, I'm gonna write a bunch of shit. Like just get some stuff out. And then I'm like, I don't know what to write about. Like, so what were your first things that you wrote about? What were they about? Some topics.
So my first ever one was about walking, and that was more kind of on the angle of kind of making it accessible for people walking in Perth. So all my pieces have kind of done something, I think, for either someone else or they've just been to highlight something that someone's doing. So I've just kind of taken inspiration from being out at the weekends and meeting people and chatting to folk, people telling me what they're up to, and I'll go, cool, that's good. So it's always what I do is a little different compared to what other people are doing.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what is it you like about journalism itself? Do you find yourself, have you always written or have you always just like to see, say, studied film? So have you always like to sort of like express yourself through that type of medium, or did you find writing a little bit difficult to adapt to if you had focused on film mainly beforehand?
Do you know what? It was kind of, I got to my last year at uni and you got the choice between making a documentary or writing, and I just turned around and went, I actually want to write something. And then from there, and then my marketing job is predominantly just writing, and it's just kind of come to me, but it's still, I do a lot of film on the side, so it's kind of, they all tie into each other now, which is quite cool. I do a lot of
Now, when you say that you
video
do,
work.
when you do film, are you putting film together or like in films?
I do put files together mostly for my job, so I go by with the camera and edit stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Just like in and around Perth?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Are you okay to talk about your day job, or do you not want to?
Yeah,
talk
no,
about that?
that's fine.
Okay, so what is it that your day job is?
I'm a digital marketer for Blue Sky Experiences. They're like a team building leisure company.
Yes. So we're doing a little research, preparing for the show. What are some team building things that you can do at Blue Sky?
You can do some like puzzles, or you can do like low ropes, high ropes. We've got kind of spiders webs, a culinary challenge for those who like to cook.
I thought you said a colouring challenge.
Well,
For those who like to keep it inside the lines.
Well, we've got one of them called the Big Picture, which is you all just draw something and put it together. But they're
that's cool.
so cool. Yeah, it's
We
really,
got a
really
monkey
cool.
sword fight team building day.
Oh,
We
definitely.
should,
I do that
yeah.
for you.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
But I do quad biking, archery as well, and we do lots of kind of outdoor pursuits.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Have you
I've always
been
wanted to
scroll-
try archery.
What?
I've always wanted to try archery.
I'm not bad actually.
I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I hurt someone or myself.
I'm better on a quad bike.
Yeah, I do want to do that. I would do it. Let's try it. We should have a day.
Yeah, I've always been scared of quad bikes since they tried to kill Ozzy Osbourne.
Something tells me Ozzy Osbourne tried to kill Ozzy Osbourne.
No, but of all the drugs he's taken, he almost died from a fucking 4-wheel vehicle. Like, that's dangerous, man. So, I'm trying to I'm having a stroke today, honestly. So, how long have you been with Blue Sky?
18 months.
18 months. And when did you get involved with writing for the Perth Gazette itself?
End of February this year, because I went to Perth Gazette for a gig that was putting on called Blue Sky Rocks, which was this kind of really cool gig with local bands in February. So we put that on, and then approached the Perth Gazette. They were looking for writers, and I just started in February. So
Okay, same question: can you get them to interview us?
I'm here. So
But so, for those who don't know, what is the Perth Gazette?
it's just a local news platform, kind of not paper form, so not the Courier, the Perthshire Advertiser, mostly kind of content that's a bit more for local people, for young people, and a bit different than what other people are doing.
That's what I've always found as well. Like, no disrespect to the PA and the Courier and that, but it has always been sort of the older generation that's focused on it.
Yeah.
We've touched on this quite a few times, that Perth doesn't always offer a lot for the younger generation because people have lived here for so long, that there's never been a whole lot of focus on what young people can do in this city.
It's an old town.
It is an old town.
It's very, like, if you look at what other, I tweeted about this the other day as well, if you look at what other cities are doing right now, we're still very set in our ways and doing some kind of things are just a bit, I think the young people are just kind of set aside a lot.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot more on now in Perth than there ever was when I was
Definitely,
young. I mean,
yeah.
I'm 29 and there's been more stuff in the last 5 years than the preceding 24 that I remember when I was wee as well. But yeah, you're right, because it's the thing, we've talked about this with like the...
Yeah, I was going to say, Andy, you brought up a good point. I mean, you guys would know better than I would, but you brought up a good point about how Perth doesn't embrace the university and doesn't do more for the university to bring people here.
What an opportunity missed, man. What an opportunity missed. I mean, look at what's going on in Dundee just now. Look at all the money and investment that's been put into Dundee. It's happening there.
Yeah.
Stirling, another town. Okay, a little bit, probably bigger than Perth, I would say.
No, by
That's
much.
when I
It's
went
more
to uni
spread
as
out,
well.
isn't
There's loads going on, and it's just
Stirling.
They embrace it, though.
we can't even get chips and cheese at 2 a.m. Like, come on, man.
That's the problem,
Like,
really.
that is-
That's what-
see, when we sort that out, I think Perth is going to come a long,
That's
long
it, look,
way.
we can't even have tanning shops with women in bikinis on the windows
Oh my
without
goodness!
folk
Yes,
kicking
you've
off
got
about it.
Perth's Bansky running around plastering pictures of men on the walls, and women are getting theirs taken down. Come on!
I know what I'd rather stare at. You know, like, I'm not trying to be funny, but
We don't even have a bar at the college
That's
Oh
terrible.
no!
for students
I
or
just
for
act it in
lecturers.
now.
You know, so it's missing a trick. It
No,
definitely
yeah.
is the town. It needs to embrace that. They call it a college, but it's a uni.
is that something you feel that the Gazette then does a bit better?
I think we
As
try
opposed-
to. Yeah, definitely. But I think there's still a lot of you just need a couple of people to talk about it, and then everyone starts, like, gigs start happening, people start embracing it a bit
Yeah.
more. And I think I've found this year, even just being in it more and writing a bit more, I've seen it more drive people out now, and people kind of embracing it. And I think that's going to put pressure on the people it needs to put pressure on.
Well, I think it's shown from, like, our guests. We had Barkwright and ran a marathon, two like local performers, and we've
2
said
weekends
that,
ago?
Was that?
Was that 2 weekends ago?
You had Barkwright.
No, we had
Buckler was on a while ago.
It was Thursday, not their past, but the week before. Thursday's first at Green Room.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
then
Yeah.
we're 12th October for the next
12th
blend
October.
in, stand out.
Oh, Ken, I was meant to go, but I can't.
Oh, yeah, I was talking around it today, actually. She was asking me if I wanted a slot.
Got it. But things like that I've noticed, like, even especially in the last year, things like that popping up all the time. And Andy touched on it. The last blend in that they had was Stowed Out.
Well, I've noticed it because, I mean, obviously, like, working with a lot of the folk who do lyricism, rapping, whatever, you know, producing for all these kind of guys, it's like they're all starting to spread their wings a bit and go, well, we can put on our own night. What's stopping us?
Might as well, yeah.
You know, and like folk talk about, oh, well, you know, you could do stuff with this record label and that. And I say, well, what's the point? Just do it all yourself.
Do you think that the internet kind of helps that kind of way of thinking? It's kind of like, I can put my music out there, get it to thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people. Well, I can just do this here. I don't need to go through someone to say, hey, can you do this for me? I can just go to the club and say, let me do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
see, like, so you got platforms like this, like you say, it's an online news platform as well. So you automatically remove all the previous probably I don't know what, like, not hang-ups, but like things you would have to go through for a normal newspaper or a normal news outlet. Now you literally, all you need is a Twitter account and an internet connection.
And then just people talking about it as well. So it doesn't even need to go through through a platform, but enough people shouting about it, and it just, that's how you do it.
And you keep putting them on. That's the other thing. It's like the same with the online stuff with regular content. If you keep putting your night on every single month and you build a sort of core following,
people
3 or 4 into it, they're absolutely rammed, man. Do you know what I mean?
Something to do too,
You go down one night and you're like, fuck, it's busy here tonight. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what's happened?
People complain there's nothing in Perth to do, but I think that kind of arguments now is wrong. I do think if you're looking for it, there is stuff to do.
You'll find it.
It's just, it's maybe not to everyone's taste. It's again that kind of gap between the older generation are like, we're not interested in that. Well, but we are.
I'm saying
so
that there's
step aside.
There's things now as well, like, well, not even things now, but like my parents go up to a Casbah night up at the Tulloch Institute. It's like a northern soul and Motown night.
I might go to that.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
I keep honestly, every time I'm like, when is it? My mum's like, it's this week. I was like, oh, fuck, I've got the wee man, because it sounds brilliant. Like, there's 2 DJs, the 2 Johns they get called, and they just put on just old school classic Motown records, northern soul records. It's maybe absolutely banging. They say, but it's just, you have to actually look for things to do, and you'll find plenty.
I think, like Hollie touched on it there, made a good point. I think the excuse is invalid now of saying, well, I can't do this, because even if the night isn't on, that's say in the genre you want to do, like all the synthwave stuff I'm doing just now, there's not a synthwave night in Perth, but I bet you I could go to Ali Pibworth at the Green Room and say, look, if I can get X, Y, and Z together, would you let me have a night? And if it's right for her and it's right for me, she'll let me go ahead and do it.
You could do something great with that. You could have like a whole 80s theme like weekend with that.
Didn't get me started. I've got honestly enough on my plate at the moment.
That one, the video you put up where it was like floating over a valley in a mountain range.
Yeah.
I was just imagining myself like driving through a dark night. You know, like the streetlights just flashing bit over the face. I just seen something from like some 80s fucking
Knight Rider
film.
Kid from Knight Rider driving around.
With Hasselhoff.
Don't hassle the hop.
So you did your journalism, your filmmaking, you do the stuff for your job at Blue Sky. Do you have any sort of aspirations as something you would like to do, like any ambitions you would like to do with your degree, or?
I'm doing so much right now. So I'm also doing, working for a music blog in Dundee, writing with them. Hopefully we're going to start some radio work with the radio station in Stirling.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's a couple of big news companies, one of the big dogs in Scotland, I can't really talk about, that are kind of interested in me and probing me. But also there's a bit of digital work that I could go into. So I think my plan, I don't actually have an idea of what I want to do. Realistically, if I could be like anyone, it would be Edith Bowman. I do love her. I'd like to be her. But I think I'm just going to spend the next couple of years just doing everything and just seeing where it takes me and just working 90-hour weeks and just seeing what happens.
It's like if you're doing something that you're enjoying doing, it won't feel like you're working because you're not actually just stuck doing some shit.
So long as I'm creative and having fun with it, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it more than having sort of more sort of smaller jobs rather than having, say, one big 40-hour-a-week job? Do you prefer it more saying, well, I can spend 10 hours a week doing that, 20 hours doing that, 5 hours there, 5 hours there?
Yeah, I do definitely. But as well, I've become a bit of a 16-hour day person. So I have managed to make it work for the past year. I'm just doing 45-hour weeks and doing 6 hours a night and running on 4 hours sleep. So I don't know. I like having.
Sounds like you've had a child. That's what that sounds like. I recognise that life, that 4 hour sleep, 16-hour day.
It also sounds like you must be super organized to get all that stuff done.
I'm not. I kind of flail.
That gives me hope.
I kind of flail about and just like kind of roll about and just kind of hope for things to happen.
So that was excellent for the podcast listeners. Hollie just threw her arms out and did like a squid impression. It was actually quite good. I like that.
We should get a boomerang and put that on our Instagram page.
We'll flail that.
I just kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of winging it actually right now. I have kind of been organised this year, trying to do, well, not like kind of write for Perth Gazette, run my life and be at work and do all the other things I was doing, covering the festivals. I was everywhere this year. But I think now I'm just kind of winging it and just whatever falls in my lap I'm going to do. If it's small, if it's big, just depending on if I'm going to enjoy it or not.
So with the Perth Gazette, how does it work? Do you just have to go find things to write about, or do they say, here, we think you should cover this, Go out and cover it.
Full kind of creative autonomy. I think they kind of trust my judgment on the fact that I have very set genres of what I talk about. I talk about young people, I talk about music.
Yeah.
And I talk about food and walking. So like that's all I can offer. So I think they kind of just leave me to it. They know I'm going to do something, and yeah.
So your title with them, is it entertainment editor?
Lifestyle and entertainment.
Lifestyle
so it's a lifestyle in there
okay.
for the kind of the odd piece that I do about walking or going to the gym.
But the entertainment part of it has brought you to some cool places over this past summer, and you've interviewed a couple of cool people. Is that right?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So
Was this a rewind?
Yeah.
Well, I was at BBC Vegas Weekend in May, so
yeah, okay.
I interviewed Emily Sandé, Amy McDonald, Jamie Cullum, just really mental people.
I was surprised at how good Amy McDonald was.
Amy McDonald's brilliant.
I took my wee boy for his birthday, and like, I wasn't really bothered for much apart from who was it? Simple Minds and Noel Gallagher. Amy McDonald came on like sort of a couple of acts in, and she was fucking brilliant.
Was amazing.
She was so good. Like my wee boy the next day was like downloading her songs on my Spotify. I was like, no, don't do that.
Don't turn that off, please.
Did you meet Noel Gallagher? I think if I'd have met Noel Gallagher, I'd have cried.
No, I didn't. He didn't want to meet anyone. And at this point as well, I'd been working all day. I'd done a 2-a-day week, and I went, I just want to get drunk and sing some songs. So I just left and went into the pit, because I prefer being at a festival when I'm right in the middle of it going mad. So.
And what about Rewind? Who did you get to meet when you went to work at Rewind?
Well, Rewind was really cool because I got to meet Peter Hook, who was the founder and basis of Joy Division. So that was a big one for me because I'm a huge Joy Division fan.
That'd be fucking awesome.
I met OMD. I met Tiffany. I met UB40 or half of UB40, or they're just.
Was it UB40 without Ali Cook this time?
There were just loads of them, and they were.
My mum's like, I went to see UB40. I'm like, which one? She's like, the ones without Ali Cook, or Ali Cook and his backing dancers, which are technically UB40. I'm like, ugh.
My head hurts.
I know, but yeah, so that was pretty cool.
So, what was your favorite interview out of those two?
Well, I've done like 10. It's really bad that I can't remember.
You don't have a favorite? Nothing jumps out at you?
Peter Hook was my favourite.
Yeah,
because I'm a huge Joy Division fan, and I'd read all his books, and I met him at Waterstones like 3 years ago, and I got him to sign my books, and it was just like total fangirling, and I cut up my old Joy Division top and hand stitched it onto my denim jacket, and it's the worst hand stitching I've ever done in my life. And I was trying to look like Edith Bowman because she'd kind of done the same thing at Transmit, so it was just really sad. And so yeah, I went there and I had my jacket on and I interviewed him and I played it cool. I was like, I'm totally not fangirling, and at the end I was like, can I get a picture with my jacket? But yeah.
Did you manage to ask him anything you wanted to ask him about like Joy Division, or was it just about his performance?
No, I asked him loads of stuff. I kind of asked him a lot about his book, because they'd done a lot of really cool music stuff. Like they used to spray their drum kits with deodorant and use elevator sounds and stuff. They were really experimental, which was really cool. So I got to ask him a lot of like stuff about the past. Yeah.
What's the drum kits and deodorant? What does that do?
I don't know. It makes it have this like rally sound or something. I have no idea. I don't know. They just done it.
Andy,
Look, I'm looking at.
And I kept looking at Andy like, don't you?
No, I'm just trying to figure out like what spraying deodorant on it would do.
I don't know.
Maybe just give it a layer on top of the drums that might, if you lay
Maybe
it
they
on thick
were
enough.
like
They were just being
recording it,
mental.
like recording it, going like. No, and then you put
Maybe
that
just
in your drum
sound
Can you give us that sound again, please?
and then you just start triggering the sounds. I don't know.
This song needs more.
I'm going to look that up just now while you guys are just
And I
chatting
think they might
away.
have been the only ones that done it. But yeah, and they used elevator sounds. So I got to ask him loads of stuff, and he was winding me up. And I think he was flirting with me a little bit, and I was totally into it. I was like, yeah, man.
Not fangirl, like, hi, Peter.
I called him PT, actually. Hi, PT.
I remember the only one of my heroes I ever met was my mate won a competition to go and do like the half-time draw at Celtic Park, so we got to go in like the front door into like one of these wee rooms with like free booze, and like ex-players come walking in, and one guy walked in called Bobby Lennox. I was like, Bobby, any chance of a photo? And the next thing that walked in was a guy called Danny McGrain, who was like considered one of the best left-backs in the world at the time. And he walked in like old and looking a bit regal, and I was like, excuse me, Mr. McGrain, can I please throw you for a photograph? And that was the only time I've ever been properly like,
I've never like met any of my heroes, but they say you're not supposed to meet your heroes, aren't you? Because they always end up to be dicks, right?
Well, I met Biffy Clyro once, and that was kind of big for me.
Oh, Biffy Clyro,
Yeah,
I saw the tweet about that as well.
was that recently?
No, I met them like when they played in Perth in like 2009. I stayed out till 3 a.m. next to their coach bus and sat there like this. Hi, I love you. So I was like 14 or something. It was really embarrassing.
My uncle told me they played in the Twa-Tams and him and his pals booed them and threw stuff at them.
Really?
Well, it's because they were like, before they were like mega huge, they like had 3 albums that were kind of like teetering on success before. It was
Black
Puzzle.
and Sky. Before Puzzle, there were 3 albums.
Yeah, there was Black and Sky, Infinity,
And Vertigo Bliss.
yeah, and then they released an album called Puzzle, and it kind of went like,
Blew up.
but like they had like they were a long time band, and apparently they played in the Twa-Tams before they were huge, and like my uncle and all his old punk mates were just like, boo, you hippie fucks. But yeah, Mike made a point. So you tweeted the other day about appearing in a Biffy Clyro video, so please do tell.
Well, actually, it's a film.
Okay.
It's a film.
Yeah, so Biffy, their new album's kind of like a soundtrack to a film that they've been working on writing. So it's kind of this really cool avant-garde type project.
Okay.
And some of the video stuff I think is going to be getting made, and some of the film's going to be made in videos. It's just going to be this really cool kind of thing they're working on. So I'm actually going to be in the film on 2
So
occasions.
are they doing a Lemonade? Is this what I'm hearing?
It sounds like a Lemonade, yeah.
I'm just carry on. Sorry, you're going to be in the.
I'm going to be in the film.
Not as sassy as
But
Lemonade.
I think I'm just going to be like someone in the background that's like raving. But
Still,
No, but that's still
a
cool,
thing. You
yeah.
can still
Yeah.
say I'm in that. Like,
Yeah.
So, how did that come about?
okay, so
Did you wait outside their bus again?
well,
Oh no, you're on it now. You got to be honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, a good story's coming.
they basically wrote on Facebook like, do you want to be part of our film? And I was like, yeah, this is brilliant. And then I seen the dates and I was like, oh, I'm going to be working. I've got my last week of work. And so my friend had said, on Friday night, they were like, oh, you only need to be in a couple. But by this point, they'd closed the applications and no one could get in. So me, having had a bottle of wine on Friday night, decided that it would be the best to email them directly to get a place on their video.
And what did the email say? Word for word.
Word. Word for word. I'm going to read you this email, and I'd like to just remind the public that I'm a really nice person. I'm not big-headed, and I don't love myself. It was just I had a bottle of wine.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Got that wine courage.
So the opening of the email, sorry, it's your subject line, and it just says "Geese a place in your video."
Nice. Yeah.
Wait, are they Scottish? Yeah.
Geese.
Biffy
Geese
Clyro.
a place in your video.
Can we just say the spelling on that is
Geez.
nice? Cool.
And year is YER. Yes, I
Standard.
do have a degree.
Can we get a screenshot of this for the Facebook page, or is that no good?
Well,
That's
we'll
okay.
see.
Just the title. Just the title.
So, the opening line you usually start with, "Dear Sir and Madam." I go with, "Right, ya saucy bastards."
Nice.
Yeah,
Strong
as in
start.
Y-A. Right,
Strong
ya
Scottish
saucy
sauce.
bastards.
Saucy bastards. That's
No,
awesome.
And the name of our episode.
So I go, "As Scotland's biggest music journal right now, you will be privileged to have me in your video. I can do the dates of the 23rd and Saturday the 6th.
Whoa!
No, my height is about 5'4" and my dress size is a 6 to 8. I've attached a couple of absolutely gorgeous photos of me. You'll not be able to resist.
Wow.
Yes.
Geese a bell when you realise I'm the only one you want. Halls.
That's
Word for word, I just read you the email I sent to
Fantastic.
them to get a place.
That is awesome. And you deserved it based on that email. That deserves a round of applause, actually.
But that's how you get somebody's attention,
You're
rather
right.
than the same fucking generic email that they receive hundreds of times.
that was so fucking good.
The
They
application.
probably had a bunch of actresses and
Fair play.
actors send them a bunch of professional stuff, and they were
They
like,
were
no, we
probably
want her.
like, dear sirs, not your saucy bastards is my new favourite. Like,
Yeah, saucy
that's the
bastards.
title.
of this
That's the
episode.
title, right? Your
Right, you
saucy.
saucy bastards.
We could have to try and use some of that confidence because I'm trying to get Tony Watt on the show. So
Yeah.
Just go in there. Right, yeah, saucy bastard. Maybe
don't-
if I do it, not you,
Yeah,
because
please.
I'm not sure
Like, I
it's
don't
going
know,
He'll
like,
get his ass kicked. You won't get your ass
like
kicked.
no man, the goal he scored against Barcelona. If he walks in here, I was like,
Right, calm down.
I know.
sorry,
Put it
you
away.
saucy bastard.
Let's go up to McDermott Park and just kick the door in. Right, yes, saucy bastards.
He's only a wee guy. I could probably just lift him over my shoulder
Okay, we're trying to get him on the show. Come on.
lovingly. Like,
Don't talk about his height.
so he must be pretty fucking excited.
Yeah, I am. That's
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah. Just excited to kind of just be part of something really cool as well. You
Yeah.
know, it's just going to be quite fun, just chilling out in the middle of the streets of Glasgow doing some filming, you know.
That's cool.
You're acting all starstruck, mate, but you're a movie star yourself.
Oh, get out of here. I am. Yes, I am.
Do you have any tips? It's my first big rendezvous.
No, I don't. I was terrible in that movie.
The highlight of his scene was when his daughter was just pulling a fucking bike behind him. So make sure I make this really serious point in the film, and Sienna's just like hiking this little bike along behind him, like not giving a fuck.
Yeah, that was a good time, though. Yeah, it's not going to be like I'm sure you're going to have like they have the food vans there and you can get fed and everything. They didn't have that.
Oh fuck! I'd never be away for that buffet table. Man.
No,
I put on so much weight by the end
I'm
of
going
it.
to miss the whole thing, so I'm going to be at the snack table.
Yeah. Munching on stuff.
Oh dear.
So, hey, well, thank you very much for coming on and talking to us about sounds like a really fucking interesting job. My job seems so boring right now.
It does. I need some tips from you for the digital marketing because I should know a lot about that for my job and I don't. So I'll have to pick your brain at some point.
You just like accrue friends from what they can help you with your job.
Oh, of
That's
course.
the same with Andy Henderson.
I am using you for your
Robert
knowledge.
Sanchez. But if you're happy to just hang around and talk some more shit with us about the interesting topics of the week
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
and our ill-informed opinions.
I'll try and.
Please correct us when we're wrong because it's going to happen.
But actually saying that, talking about opinion, my mum earlier, I stopped in after work as I often do. And I was telling her I was recording and she was like, I just love how un-PC Andy is. And she's like, whenever I hear him talking, I'm just like, go on yourself, son.
Well, I
Cheers,
was
Mama
worried
Pats.
whether I could swear or what was the protocol.
Fire the fuck away.
I'd been
Yeah.
listening to last week, so I was like, yeah, it should be fine.
Like that was the feedback for like the first few episodes. Well, for the first 6 episodes, people started listening to were just the Scottish one swears a lot. And apparently, my mum says that we had a few episodes where Mike was on holiday, and it was just me and Andy and like a load of guests. And apparently, my mum says you two swear more when Mike's not there.
It's just they're angry I'm not here.
I know people just like listening to Mike's voice.
We had to do a lot of filling in because we had like Murray Geddon on some of those episodes. He doesn't say much.
There was just this like 2-week period where we fired out about 8 episodes just to keep people interested because they
You
only
did a good job. They were good. I listened to them while I was away.
We missed Mike.
Aww.
I do. I think it might be really narcissistic that I listen to all the episodes just to see how good or bad they sounded.
Yeah, I always say this, like after the shows happen, I always go, oh man, that wasn't my best. And then I listen to it, and then 5 minutes in, I'm laughing at myself. I'm like, wow, I'm funny.
I've not yet listened to myself.
No.
No. I did all the podcasts over summer. I've just not listened to any of them.
Really?
Oh, God, no.
It's a really strange sense.
I probably
is.
won't listen to this. I'm sorry.
Just share it. We don't care if
Yeah,
you
as
listen
long
to
as you
it.
retweet the shit of it. But it's a strange sensation.
It's funny now, you get totally used to it.
Yeah.
I feel completely normal. I always get nervous before the intro. And then after that, I feel all right.
You probably learn a lot as well. I probably just don't learn and then.
I try and
The
learn.
same
I try and
stuff.
learn to like enunciate and actually speak a bit.
You're
clearer.
right. You do learn a lot. I made a point of not like giving like the verbal cues that I'm listening this week. So that's when people talking, I go, yeah, okay, yeah.
I do
It's
that,
like, no,
yeah.
people can hear that, and the people who are listening don't want to hear that.
I have learned to speak into the microphone
Or we're talking about the podcast.
so far.
We'll see when I go back to edit this tonight.
You on about? So what have we been up to since we last recorded last?
Oh yeah, we gotta. I was gonna go into Braw Or Naw, but no, let's do that. I went to the Boozy Cow in
that?
Dundee. Have you ever been there?
No.
It was very, very good. I think we should go to Blue Sky, do some stuff to work up an appetite and go out there and eat the shit out of some
We're getting to the
hamburgers.
point where we're going to have to start planning our Christmas night out.
Oh,
Monkey Sword Fight Christmas set.
I don't do Christmas nights out.
why?
We'll get you a jumper.
No.
I got a good one.
I don't do them.
But it'll be
'cause
dark. No one will see.
It's honestly, it's just because like when I used to work at the company that we shall not name.
You know what? Can I just say before you go any further? I think we should say it and just beep it out. I like hearing beeps in podcasts. I think it's
a
fun.
lot of
that's
work for
okay.
Andy.
That's okay. I'll say it then. Fuck.
Yeah, definitely beep that out.
Yeah, definitely
Like
do that.
Christmas night out with you guys, that's fine. But
yeah.
like your standard works Christmas night out.
Well, why don't we do a non-denominational seasonal outing? We don't have to call it a Christmas night out.
Yes.
Oh, no,
I'm
we
wearing
can-
my Darth Vader jumper. Like,
Yeah. I'm wearing my Black Santa jumper as well.
I thought we were all going to go out in the matching polos.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
shit. Or the new T-shirts.
Hi, Rachel.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
But no, Bougie Cow, tell us more.
It was just really good. They had chili cheese fries, which were insane. They were really, really good. Burgers were all right, but it just seems like a really cool. It's in Dundee, right by the university.
Dundee.
So just a real kind of trendy place. We should definitely get out there.
Yeah, I think they've got them in Edinburgh and Aberdeen.
Oh,
now
with
as
the
well,
chain?
don't they? Yeah.
Oh, I did
I'm
not
still
know
down
that.
for Dundee. Dundee's a great session.
I did not know that. Also got some bad news for you.
Oh, okay.
You cannot babysit Daisy.
I'll say what?
Yeah. Sorry.
You're gonna have to tell Chuffy. I'm not telling her.
I asked my friend Stu first, and he's got a dog that they're friends.
So
you know
he's
what I mean?
already got a dog. Why is he getting 2 dogs?
Because he threatened my life.
I'll fucking threaten your life.
His fiance threatened my life as well. So
What do you think Megan's gonna do when she finds out?
Oh, don't tell her before Friday, actually.
Oh, man,
because she's gonna ruin my team.
You're getting like a 3-legged basketball team pick. You've taken the dog away for it, man. Oh, I don't know.
So yeah, he said he wasn't gonna invite me to his wedding if I didn't.
Who gives
give
a
Daisy.
fuck?
You mean I don't have the opportunity to give him £100 for his wedding? Is that-
Exactly. Oh, you're an all day guest. Is that what?
I'm an usher.
Oh shit! We did it. We all came round to Mike's and enjoyed a nice Sunday afternoon. We touched on this earlier. Sunday afternoon, evening, watching the football.
Sunday sesh, it was good. I
very
said I
nice.
wanted to have more people around this year to watch with me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Thanks for coming.
Chris was a nice guy as well. I'd never met Chris until Sunday.
Yeah.
I recognise his face.
Yeah, you guys know each other from football somewhere, he told me. I think, aren't you friends on Facebook?
Don't think so.
Oh, all right.
We've maybe played football. We've played football together, motherfucker. That's
I
it.
told you this ages ago, but
Yeah, I knew I could play. I feel really ignorant now.
no, it's all right. Because when I talked to him, I said, Jordan.
The one time I played a blinder as well.
Did you scalp him?
I don't know him, but I just skipped the ball.
But he did say, because we normally go up to his house, and he did say you guys are more than welcome to come up for the next time he's hosting.
I'm bringing a salad next time. 'Cause, like,
What?
Oh,
Someone
mate,
rolled up to
honestly.
my house with a salad to make it chuck
Knock
right
out of the
there.
head.
Oh man, honestly, the thing
Give
is,
us my turtle.
Exactly, Holly.
Megan was actually, she's like, just don't eat it. I was like, that's not an option. There's food in front of me. I'm going to eat it. She's like, but if you're feeling unwell, I was like, it doesn't. There's not that switch in my brain. If there's food there,
But why did we do that? Why did we eat so much pizza? I kept like putting it out, and I kind of tried stop cooking it, and everyone was like, "No, just make it. It has to get eaten." I was like, "No, it doesn't have to get eaten."
I wouldn't have brought as much food if I'd have known someone else had also brought as much food.
I wouldn't have had my tea before I came down if I'd known there was going to be as much
Next
food, but I
time.
forgot.
Next time we know
Yeah.
everyone can bring something. We'll just order something next time.
Yeah,
And
that's cool. Then we don't have 4 pizzas between 5 people.
you did mention salads before, right?
Right.
So I was talking about this with Connie about like what is salad, right? So when I say like salad, what do you think? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say salad?
Lettuce
Lettuce, leaves.
Lettuce, leaves.
or
All right.
disappointment.
That's funny. That's good. But what about if I say like
Thanks, mate.
what about if I say like egg salad? What do you think?
I'm like, I don't know.
See, I think this is a disconnect in American and British.
Like egg salad's an American thing, though, isn't it?
Egg salad would be egg mayonnaise.
Yeah, so I say egg mayonnaise and cress. That would be like an egg salad.
Yeah, or like, you wouldn't call it chicken mayonnaise, would you?
Yeah, chicken
mayonnaise.
it's chicken and
Oh, yeah,
mayonnaise.
chicken mayo.
Just
Oh,
anything
yeah,
with
you do.
mayo.
Oh shit. Okay.
Is that what a potato? So is that what a potato salad is? Is just potatoes and mayonnaise?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Potato
not a salad.
mayonnaise.
Salad's not something that
Not
has
a
mayonnaise.
salad.
All
It's not a
right.
salad.
So I've been eating for
An
lunch.
American salad is just caked in eggs and fat. Like fucking hell.
We're fat bastards.
No wonder they have specially sized seats on roller coasters. If that's what a fucking salad's referred to.
Hey, those are my people you're talking about.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
So the salads, yeah. So I've been eating recently like cucumbers, which is on the Braw Or Naw list.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Cucumbers and tomatoes, with maybe like some hard-boiled egg chopped up in it.
Pickled egg? No.
No pickled egg, no.
Disappointing.
No pickle egg.
So what would you call that? What is that called?
That's like a boiled egg salad.
No, why is it the egg? I would
See-
call it a tomato and cucumber salad.
When you said egg salad, that's what I thought. If you said egg mayonnaise, I would have thought egg mayonnaise. But an
Yeah.
egg salad would be like lettuce and that. Where
To me, a salad is
Chopped
just
up
like
boiled
you
egg.
have like chicken or
All right.
something, and then you throw that on an assortment of vegetables, and you can have a seasoning, but you can't. A main ingredient cannot be mayonnaise.
Okay.
No, I'm not. No. First of all, I just
Or
want
a
to clarify
salad.
something. There was no mayonnaise in the cucumber and
It's like
tomato
Mike's like, I've
salad.
been eating salads all week, but I put on a fucking stone. What have you been using? No, just, like chicken, lettuce, liter of mayo.
I go down to Booker's and just spoon it out on
I
everything
really
I
like
eat.
mayonnaise. I'm with you.
Do you like the spicy
Ooh.
mayonnaise?
Have you heard
Sriracha
about
mayonnaise? Love it.
the most recent development with Heinz?
No.
No, what is it?
They're releasing mayo chup. So it's mayonnaise
Oh,
and ketchup,
yeah.
but in a
But
bottle.
that's just Thousand Island sauce.
It is.
Apparently so, yeah, but still, it's fucking
Reinventing the wheel,
delicious.
aren't they? Yeah.
Hey, man, if you slam it on there, it's fine.
Okay, yeah. So I had this debate with Connie about the salad, and she looked at me like I was crazy, and I guess I am crazy then.
I love how every now and again Michael just come up with an Americanism that he just assumes is still apt in the UK.
I felt the smallest with this one. I felt attacked actually about this in the mail thing.
You should.
So, you can't come to America now for calling everyone fat over there.
I come from Scotland, which is probably we fucking deep fry everything. We just don't have the gall to call it a salad. What are you having? Mars bar salad. What's that? It's a deep fried chocolate bar covered in mayonnaise.
Deep fry that mayo, mate.
We'll fucking deep fry your mayo. Jesus Christ.
This whole episode's been about food predominantly.
I know, I'm
has,
fucking
yeah.
starving.
I know.
But no, we fair enjoyed the football. Andy had a point that he wanted to make. He touched on before the episode, so we'd like to give Mike a chance to explain himself on air.
Attacked again. Here we go.
Celebrating other teams scoring points when you don't support that team.
Okay.
But like I said earlier on, it supported it like it was the 93rd minute winner in the European Cup final with the last kick of the game.
I think I'll jump to your defence here because the case in question was the Browns scored a fucking beautiful Hail Mary pass right towards the end of the game.
It was nice.
And I think it was just the shock of it all, and then everyone feels a bit sorry for the Cleveland Browns because they're shit. And they score this beauty of a pass, and I jumped up as well, but Mike lost his mind. And I think
I just like football, man.
yeah, I think it is. It's an appreciation of the game. I think it's be the same. Like I hate Real Madrid, but when Gareth Bale scored that overheater or whatever it was in the Champions League final, I was jumping up and doing like a dafty.
I was too. Yeah.
It's just an appreciation of the art.
Yeah, I really just do appreciate the sport, and especially with the Browns, since they were on Hard Knocks, it's kind of hard not to get emotionally invested in them. You know what I mean? And
How bad was their kicker?
We'll talk about it in sports.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in sports.
Can I just say how much I appreciate Mike in a flat cap?
You like this?
It's fucking distinguished, man.
Last time I wore this was at your
murder
party.
mystery.
Your murder mystery party. Yeah.
That was cool.
And the ears come down on it too for those
What?
cold, dark night mornings when I'm walking to work. Yeah.
You look like a sheepdog. A
just
sheepdog
mulling
farmer, a
about.
sheep
I
farmer,
feel like-
effective.
Mulling about in the dark.
The dance of the podcast.
If you do that, you'll get arrested.
Yeah, it's just-
Like, I'm not proud of that fact, but you'll get arrested if.
So, speaking of cold, dark mornings again, Storm Alley is on its way.
Which one's this?
It's just wind.
One
like
of the few.
Why are the storms always named after angry women?
No.
this one is it's a male alley.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's called
I think they
Alexander.
alternate
Oh, do they
like
now?
sexes and names. Yeah,
There's a lot of bad weather going on right now, though.
there is. Yeah,
Was it
It's-
Two.
Is it Carolina?
Well, yeah, one in America, one in China.
yeah, they
well,
get
I've
killed. Yeah,
I seen this fucking mental video of like some poor bastard like lying. There was like a looked like fucking. It was like a small garden area, like a small wall about maybe a foot off the ground, and this person just lying with their back to it, and then out of nowhere another person just comes flying out of nowhere and just crashes into this wall next to this person, and these people are just like hiding from the weather.
that's terrible.
Fucking
Such a shame.
terrifying, man.
You know,
I mean, in Scotland we call that June. but,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, it's
Actually, we had a lovely summer this summer. We can't complain.
I can't complain.
We had snow up until May, and then sun all summer.
That's it. There's a photo on my Instagram of me and the wee man built a snowman in the back garden, and like literally 3 photos later, it's like me sitting in the back garden with a beer.
Yeah,
Shirtless.
yeah.
You're shirtless, me in my hoodie because
Yeah.
I'm cold.
Mike just shivering, turning blue. But, that's
I feel like they name these storms to kind of feed into people's anxiety about
They
like,
don't.
the world.
They don't. They name them so that people can remember them and communicate more effectively.
Ah,
That's the reason why.
there's me told.
schooled, son.
Yeah.
I'd like a
I
job.
also have a degree.
doing that.
What naming the storms?
Yeah, I think when you guys asked me earlier what I want to do when I'm older, I think that's what I'd like to do.
Storm namer.
Oh, we helped her out. There you go.
I think I've done it.
Storm namer.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So let me give you an example. So we are in Southern California. There has been high winds, torrential rain, and lightning. What do you call it?
Storm Carolina.
Storm Carolina.
Storm Carolina.
It's just
Alright.
it's where it is. I'm with
That's
you.
in California, though.
Did you say California?
Yeah, no,
oh,
you're
I
not
wasn't
even
listening. I'm
listening to my
sorry.
I'm sorry, we're going to have to let you go.
I was so envisioned in what you were saying.
Was that just okay?
I'm there. I'm
Would you
thinking
still
about it.
Carolina must have been the name that you were thinking then.
Yeah, I think because we were talking about Carolina.
Yeah.
Storm California.
Storm California.
Let's just keep it nice and like, what is with all these like storm?
Rainstorm.
Well,
Yeah.
they also get named alphabetically. So if this one's Storm Annie, the next one will be Storm Bob, and then the next one will be Storm Caroline, and then
You should
Storm
get
Danny.
you should get a
Storm-
job doing it.
I know everything,
Bob.
Mr.
It's
Storm.
just like this
Bob.
cataclysmic storm, like people's houses are falling down, the shit, everyone's like, Storm Bruce is raping the nation. She said raging. I don't know why I said that. I'm too excited.
Oh, Storm Bruce. Wait, there was
Storm Bruce.
The one that the start of this year was just called The Beast from the East, no? Or did it
Yeah.
actually have a
Yeah.
name?
Well, that's
or?
a weather front rather than an actual
Oh, for
storm.
fuck's sake.
Oh my god.
Fucking Wendy Wilson over
Are
here.
you actually Wendy Wilson?
No, but I did
I've
always
never
want to
met
be a
the guy.
meteorologist.
Wendy Wilson, like, is he like a Banksy but with weather?
didn't.
Yeah, I think so. Like he knows everything, but he does it like in such a scooty way. Like,
scoot.
for breakfast we're having a rain, and for lunch we're having sun.
Oh, Wendy Wilson.
Yes,
He's a
saucy
local
bastard.
legend, man.
He's a look, not as much as me, but he is. Like, I'll get the name, storm naming job. Wendy Wilson will go out, and it'll just be me.
Like a room full of legends. We'll go down as the initial podcasters of this fine city.
Yeah.
Start a movement.
Love it. Should we, the monkey names? Should we move on to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got some names for you here.
So I don't know if you know this, but we have a great logo, partly made by our good friend Andy Henderson, who, by the way, I just want to say, won MVP in his football league in Dundee. He is a legend and a
Belfast.
good guy.
Shout
Yes.
out to Hen Dog.
Shout out to Andy.
Well, still one of my
awesome,
favourite episodes to hear me.
One of
Awesome,
mine too.
awesome football player he is. But anyway, he created the first part of the logo. Bobby Sanchez.
Booby Sanchez.
Booby Sanchez?
So that's not his real name, no.
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 Dougie.
Okay.
Dougie, I'm sorry, what's his surname?
Dougie Campbell.
Dougie Campbell,
So
yeah.
I get why.
Yeah. So he did the second part of it. It kind of made it that 80s theme. But I thought we should have a name for it. We need to get a name for it. So we got a couple of good suggestions on there. We'll read them out. Andy, I don't know if you want to do the honors.
I've got some here.
And we'll do a poll, yeah.
Yeah, I've got this one got some likes. Shout out to Greg Tarbett, Kid Cuban.
Kid Cuban. Oh, because he's smoking a cigar?
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of like that. Dark Horse.
Papa Pats suggested Big Pats.
Not narcissistic at all.
Jason West says Mayhem.
Ooh, okay.
Monkey. I like that.
Roddy Bader says Spank.
Spank the monkey.
Phil Rogers says Morris or Maurice. I don't know.
Maurice. Yeah.
Somebody here's put Jotapella. Fuck that.
That's like Jordan Dots and Macapella.
Yeah,
right,
Jotapella.
okay.
All right.
Oh, that's
It's like my
Well,
Italian cousin, Jotapella.
I'll say that, but only if
Oh.
Mike says it in his
roll
New
off the
York
tongue,
accent.
does
No,
it?
it doesn't.
Does it roll off the
When
tongue?
Mike, when you say it again,
Jotapella.
no, not like that, just like
What, the Italian?
no,
fake
just in your
Italian?
normal voice.
Jotapella.
Yeah, see, that sounds right. I like that.
No, that was Big Ralph that
Sorry,
came
Ralph.
along.
Ralphie
Ralph.
Rawls.
It's gonna be a no.
Is that a no? Okay.
Another one I've got. Somebody hit me up, said you should call him Barry Blunts. I don't
Barry Blunt.
Our listeners.
this guy I know called Knowledge Creative. He's a
Barry
rapper
Blunts.
from over in the States.
That's a cool rapper name, yeah, I think.
Gary Monroe. Shout out to Gaza.
Gaza. What's up, Gaza?
Gaza. He just says Madge.
Madge Monkey.
Madge.
Andy Jordan.
Madge. I like
So
that
that's
too.
some of the ones. That's some of the best ones. Rana put one in, but it says Jomian and Jomi Mianjo. What the fuck does that
That's
mean?
got to be it looks like it's a play on of her own names as well. I've
Yeah.
no idea how she came to that conclusion, but it seems like it's a mixture of.
Jam. Yeah.
I need to message her later tonight, so I'll ask her
What's the
what
crack?
that is all about. So yeah, that's some of the ones that are in at the moment, but there's not one that's, for me personally, it's just jumping out and being like, that's the one.
I like Maurice and what was the other one?
That Kid Cuban was all right, but
Kid Cuban, Maurice or Mayhem.
Mayhem.
I like Mayhem. But
I'm
I will
liking-
stick a poll up and then the winner will get another prize. Don't shout at me, Rana's still not got her prize yet.
So is that what we're doing then? Just take the best three and, excuse me.
Oh,
do-
so
do a
let's
poll?
let's decide on three.
Okay, well, I like it. I like
Why don't we
more.
decide on? We'll all pick one, and then we'll do a
You
poll.
lucky
Sorry.
thing, Holly. You
There you go. Yeah.
I like Maurice.
Okay.
I like Mayhem. I don't know why.
Can I see the list? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna go with.
I like Big Pats as well.
Big Pat.
Pats.
You got to choose one.
I'm gonna go with Madge. I like that.
I'm gonna go with Madge.
Cool.
Madge? Okay, so we'll just do
Madge
3 then.
monkey.
So
Yeah.
Maurice, Mayhem, and Madge.
All
Okay.
M's.
So we'll put the poll up.
We're like an alliteration here.
We'll put the poll up on Facebook. I'll do it on Twitter as well. All right, put the poll up on Facebook, Twitter. Stupid Instagram doesn't allow me to do it yet for some reason. I don't know what's going on with
Why
that.
not?
I don't know. It doesn't give me the sticker for
Just
it.
get people to
Bastards.
comment.
Do you want me to write you a step-by-step guide?
Whoa. No, I don't know what's going on. I've been playing with it for a while, and I can't get it the sticker to come up. It's on my personal account, but it's not on that one. So, but
Is it because it's set up as a business account?
I
rather than
flipped
a
it back
personal
over a
account?
couple of times to try it. And
I think there's a problem when you flip it over to a business account. When you try to go back to a personal, it says you've gone back to personal, but it hasn't really.
Oh,
That's why.
Okay.
It's a pain in the arse.
Digital marketer, what'd he say?
I wish I hadn't.
I'd agree.
Yeah, would you agree? So flip it back.
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna flip it back tonight. All right, but keep a lookout. If you don't see it on the Instagram, go to the Facebook and the Twitter and let us know what you think, and then we will unveil the winner next week. Maybe not next
What's
week.
the prize?
What's that?
What's the prize?
Oh, I don't know.
Should be we still have to
Something
tell.
shite.
We'll buy- yeah, get some shit on Amazon.
We still have to tell Rana what her prize is. And the
Rana's
World Cup,
raging,
the World
too.
Cup ended in July.
I saw Ron on Instagram today spitting some hot heat, spitting some bars.
Right, so will we jump into some sports?
But yeah, let's do it.
What's the goalie doing? What's the goalie doing?
We got sports this week? What's been?
We got a few things.
Because I know Celtic played shite the weekend again.
They did. I won't argue that point, but still better than Rangers.
Who played chat at the weekend?
The Hoops.
The Hoops.
Yeah, was it 0-0 with St Mirren?
No, St. Mirren.
Are you into any sports, Holly?
Yeah, I watch football, rugby, tennis.
Oh.
Fan of tennis. Just, yeah.
Well, you like tennis. We talked about it last week. The Serena Williams thing.
Yeah.
Have any thoughts on that?
It's a difficult one. I don't know. I think,
Be honest.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I think she was a bit out of order.
I think she was out of
I
order
think
as
she was
well.
out of order.
And-
but
and-
again, I understand. She was.
Yeah.
I get it, but yeah.
Andy says she was a repeat offender. He bought his homework.
She is indeed.
So I think she got what she deserved. Maybe not the backlash afterwards, but whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe talk on a later note how it was a very, very, very bad week for NFL kickers.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. I feel
Poor guy.
bad for those
What was the
120-pound guys.
What was the boy? Was it Gonzalez, the Browns kicker?
Yeah.
They missed 3 out of 4.
Who was hurt, by the way? So let's give him.
What was his injury?
He had a groin injury.
See, that's tough when you're a kicker. You can't be kicking
It
with a
is.
groin injury.
But and then your coach sends you out there to win a game in a hostile environment. It's tough. It's his job. I agree, but it's tough.
But we talked about this on Sunday because I said if they not got a sub kicker, if your kicker gets injured, then
No.
it becomes a punter because I would have pulled him off after he missed
Yeah.
the first point after touchdown.
But I just
Inexcusable.
I just would have been a little bit more aggressive if I knew my kicker was hurt. But I don't think the head coach knew that the kicker was hurt, which is a problem in itself. So
They punted them as well the next day, so it seems that it's a thankless job being an NFL kicker.
it is.
Fuck all that noise.
Not if you're somebody like Adam Vinatieri or somebody
Hell
like that.
yeah, the
though.
GOAT. The GOAT.
Yeah.
Watch out because we will be dropping a video soon just to prove just how easy kicking is.
Yeah. Hopefully, let's do that.
We got him.
The next dry day, because it may be our last, we should go out there and
Just
do
run
it.
out and get it done.
I think you'd be lucky.
Yeah, I know.
You might have to do it in the wetness, bro.
Uh-oh.
Mike, you won't melt. You're not made of
I
paper.
don't like wet grass. I told you. I got a fear of grass.
Anybody got a shot pair of football boots for Mike?
Size are you?
10?
I can wear my 11s.
Yeah, I can. I'll put the stuffing in the toe there.
What about the, was it Vontae Miller?
Vontae Davis?
Vontae Davis. sorry.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this? Well, an NFL player went in at halftime. His team was getting beat, and he retired and fucked off at halftime.
Yeah.
And went where?
Just fucked off.
Home.
Decided just to sit.
And just went home. He was probably hungry.
Peckish, and there's no food in this stadium. I'm just,
There's no snacks back here? I'm getting out of here.
so what was it? Have you got a statement there, Mike?
I don't have his statement. That would have been far too prepared for me. Because it
effectively-
just came out today. But
yeah, he said something along the lines of he was just like, I found myself out there just realizing I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Basically. I felt bad for him. a
Yeah,
little
no,
bit.
it was like, it seems like to me, out of respect for your teammates, you can play one more half of football.
From a team
Yeah.
building company perspective, that was just bad.
Exactly.
That was shocking.
Like, I
Yes.
get that you probably don't feel your best, but you maybe have a word in the coach's ear like, look, man, I'm pulling an injury, I'm not feeling great.
Yeah.
Or you just fucking grin and bear it and play an extra hour of football.
He's off to the pint while somebody
he's
was.
just like, he's sitting at the bar getting a wee nip and a half.
That would be funny if you went up to one of the luxury boxes and you see him just knocking a few drinks back.
Still in his
Oh,
pads.
yeah, go to.
Still in
Is
his
that
pads.
Vontae Davis in the booth? He's wasted.
To be fair, in his defence, and I'm not defending what he did walking out at half time, but I mean, if he felt, and he said it himself, if he couldn't put his body through it anymore,
Yeah.
he couldn't put his body through it anymore.
It's the way that he just walked out, though. That's the bit that gets me. I understand, if you're not feeling it, if you're worried, if you don't say anything, but go and have a word, man. Say to your coach, you're in the middle of a roster, there's going to be backups to your position. Don't just leave them in the lurch.
Well, that's what they say. The old adage in football. It's like when you start going half speed, that's when you get hurt. And maybe he was kind of going through it like, you know what, I really don't want to be here. Yeah. But still, you could just say like, just put me on the sideline. I don't want to play. I guess he thought his coaches were going to say, hey, this guy doesn't want to fucking play. You know what I mean? And have all his teammates name and shame him. But tough. It's tough.
I didn't like it.
Some of his teammates did interviews afterwards, and they were slamming him too. But,
Well, you would, man. You'd be pissed off.
especially after you got your ass kicked like they did.
What was the final score?
Well, it was 28-6 at half. So
Who's he played for the Bills?
he plays for the Bills, yeah.
Did we not watch that game?
Well, we watched.
Or was Red Zone? Was that one of the games we were watching?
It was, but I saw the tweet, but they wouldn't have said it on that show. No.
Who were they playing again?
They were playing the Rams, I think.
The Rams. Can I just say
Chargers, sorry.
Patriots got beat.
Yes, they did get beat. Did you message your friend, Chuff's friend, who's a Patriot fan?
I just wrote cough.
They got beat bad.
Yeah. Well, I should. Who was it? I was just about to say something. It went. This is totally off topic. That's all I want to say about the Patriots. Fuck the Patriots. Tom Brady's an asshole.
Wow.
I've lost my point again.
What about?
It was the Eagles.
Okay.
Are going to start Carson Wentz. They're going to drop Nick Foles,
They shouldn't.
but they're going to.
Well,
Carson Wentz. No, I read it today. Carson Wentz has been declared fit and will start on Sunday.
if he's 100%, he brings a different dynamic to that offense. Like he can move around and do a little bit more than Nick can. So yeah, why not?
No one gets. I suppose like Nick Foles has been a bit lacking this. Well, he's only 2 games in, but
Yeah.
he was a bit harsh to drop him 2 games in after he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
But
but
I think he was the best player on the park in the Super Bowl for them.
But leading up to Wentz's injury, he was basically what Patrick Mahomes. Well, maybe not what Patrick Mahomes is right now, but he was playing very well. He was playing really, really well. So they're hoping he's going to pick up from that point and continue to play that well. It won't happen. It won't happen that way. But he's a young guy, and I want to get him a couple of games, a couple of reps.
You ever watched any American football, Holly?
Yeah, I actually spent a summer in America.
lucky you.
After my first year of uni, I did Camp America. I was in New England, so we
God.
were New England Patriots fans.
Fair enough. I can get on that. If you've spent time there, then
Yes.
I can get on board with
They
that.
seem to talk about Boston Bruins more, which is not football, is
That's
it?
hockey.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were big hockey fans where I was.
Yeah,
So.
hockey's big up there too.
It's cold as fuck, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Scotland.
Yeah.
I've heard like some pretty. So that Joe Rogan tells a thing about Boston, where he's like, shit, I seen this guy in the middle of a harsh Boston winter, car skidded out, and all he did was straighten his car up and then take a sip of coffee and carry on driving. Just don't give a fuck about winters up there. Should we do a little bit of
Braw?
Braw or Naw. Braw or Naw. Braw or Naw.
Yeah, we got a couple of good topics this week.
So Holly, you've listened before. You're aware of Braw or Naw?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. This is my favourite bit every week.
Maybe we should, like, when we have a guest, right? Like, I know we're talking about the podcast, but like when we have 4 of us, we should, whatever the majority is, we should label that braw, because we don't really do that.
Should we actually start having a
Yes.
braw bin?
Braw bin.
Braw bin.
Or
A
a
braw
gnaw bin.
bin.
Braw
Yeah.
and a gnaw bin.
Yeah.
A gnaw
So it's
bin.
like the majority is this, so it should be this, you know?
Just said gnaw bin.
You can make big decisions about what people think.
Yes, we can. And they
Okay.
better follow
Like a
our
Braw or
decisions.
Naw encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish we had a spreadsheet of all the things that we've done. Someone's going to have to listen back to all the podcasts.
Yeah, we had some multiple ones coming earlier on. I was looking at him going,
Yeah.
we did those
We did.
a good few weeks back.
That's
which was
it.
a shame.
We will start from this point forward. We will write the Braw or Naw encyclopedia.
Okay.
Oh, and
well,
you
one
can
of
turn
these
it as
two's
like
right now.
amazing
I'll
book.
do it. I'll put it on there.
And you can sell it for millions in about 5 years, and I'll market it.
Yes.
There we go. Done.
Merch.
Let's do it.
Making waves. Right, cool. So we'll jump straight into it. Andy Mac, have you got the Facebook? Braws or Naws?
Well, we'll start with the 2 on there.
Yeah, go
so
for
the
it.
first one is soft towels, Braw or Naw. So what I'm saying is, like, you get your towels that you have for a while, and they get kind of hard when you wash them sometimes. Not really hard, but like coarse, a bit coarse. Yeah. Versus the fresh towels that you just get from the supermarket, from Asda.
He's itching.
You know what you're needing, mate? You're needing a couple of bounce sheets in your tumble dryer.
Really?
Fucking perfect.
Okay, so you're a bra on the soft
Oh, I
towels.
love a soft towel.
Oh, okay.
I prefer a more sturdy towel when I'm drying myself off. I think a soft towel just moves the moisture around.
Yeah, I agree.
A warm towel as well makes all the difference.
Oh, no, warm towel.
Soft and warm.
The
Worst Tinder profile ever.
or the
Soft
best,
and warm.
or the best.
I'd probably sleep for that.
Swipe right.
The towel heaters, yeah, those are definitely bra.
That's it,
But
yeah, warm towel, but like I prefer a more coarse towel.
I agree. Yeah, so but I agree with what you're saying. The soft ones kind of just push the water around. It's like a squeegee on you,
Yeah.
almost. So I'm going with the Naw
See,
for
I
the soft
do
towels.
like to sometimes double up. You get the coarse towel to dry yourself off, wrap that around your waist, and get a nice soft one around your shoulders. You know, in the mornings
Yeah.
when you've not got the heating on in the winter, and it's a wee bit cold one from the bathroom to the bedroom, like the double towel.
See, I've got a towel that I got with a telly, a big LG one.
What?
Buy this telly, get a free
Who's doing
towel.
the multi-buy of tellies and towels? Because I need to go there.
All right, no, I swear down, right, back in the
If
day...
you buy this radio, we'll give you a carrot.
no, back in the day, like, I worked in Comet for a year, so I bought a telly, but they also had all this other shite that came with it, like towels and all this other crap, so I took the towel.
Really?
Yeah.
It didn't come with a free towel, you just
Hang on.
half-inched the towel.
Hear me out here. It's a double-sided towel. It's got a soft side and a rough side to it.
Oh, that's
Good
cool.
though.
Yeah. So it's got like, if you want a soft towel like myself,
Yeah.
you use the pink LG side. If you want a more robust towel like you guys prefer, then you use the white side.
Now I have the vision of Andy walking around half naked in a pink towel. That's it.
It's very heavy, that towel. It's very
That's what you say.
It's very good.
That image is very heavy. Yeah, you're right.
It's hard to get a good tight wrap to keep it around you. It just always falls off. It's a shame.
I got caught out by this happens all the time in my house because where we are is right next to the rail yard. So like some days if I've done a load of washing and it's like in the living room and I'm getting dressed and I've like realised that I've left my undies on the couch in the living room pile. So I've just sort of wandered through and grab it and I've left my towel the other morning. I was just cutting about trying to look for it and I looked out and there was just like a group of lads having a morning coffee and I was just like, morning boys.
All right, boys.
All right boys.
You voyeur, you. Honestly.
Yoo-hoo! And I opened the window and said, oh, boys!
Hey, boys.
Yeah, I'm right. Okay, bring it back. So I'm going to say, I don't know, Holly. What? Well, you go to the guest first.
Bra.
Bra.
Soft towels are bra. Okay.
As long as they're clean.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind.
We're assuming they're clean.
Yeah, like, I don't mind, man.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
I'm saying bra.
I'm gonna say bra. Oh no, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
What do you
well
do
then,
with
what do we do?
50-50?
What do we do if it's a 50-50?
It's up in the air.
Did we go live
Yeah,
for
no,
this
we'll just say it's 50-50. Yeah, that's fine.
50-50.
Unless whoever put the bra or no there, because sometimes they put them down.
Yeah,
and
we'll
they
be
say
give it, if it goes a
or
draw,
no.
we'll go a cast and vote for whoever. So,
Okay, yeah.
so did you put it down? Did you
Yeah.
suggest it?
I know. I just suggested that one. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a no then.
It's a no. God
So
damn
no
it.
tiebreaker goes with the choice. So goes for a no on that one. Right.
I'm trying to figure out how to go live on this thing here. I'm like an old
So
man.
is this one astrology? Are you meaning like horoscopes or just?
Yeah, astrology is horoscopes, right? I always get
No,
astrology.
astrology is like the actual study of the stars.
Oh, okay, astronomy then.
No, that is astronomy. Astronomy is
Oh,
studying
astro-
stars.
so astrology-
Astrology.
is
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
I knew I
bullshit
had it
like
right.
Libra and Sagittarius.
Yeah, astrology.
Right,
is-
fuck it, I'm just telling you no already before you even start.
Just telling you no.
My name's Andy. I care about weather and space.
What did you say?
It's good to be well read.
You're right, actually. All right, so
Read your free towel, you dick.
astrology,
Astrology.
bra or nah?
No.
You're not into the horoscopes? Oh, the hat does look good on me. Just got the live booted up, and I
You
just
put that in an email to this guy that he wants to get on.
Put them in your video.
bra or nah.
Astrology is a
yes.
topic. It's got to be a no from me. It's not. You know what? Look, if you're into it, or if you read it for a bit of a crack, that's fine. But see if you put your like invested time in what fucking the guy who gets listed below Dear Deirdre in the Sunset, then no, man.
Dear Deirdre is an important column.
We'll get to something Dear Deirdre likes very shortly.
Oh.
I'm going to have to say no on the old astrology like this.
Oh, no.
No?
Andy Mac?
No, waste of time.
Waste it? Really?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Just not
I'm gonna say no unless I'm really bored. I'm
Oh, yeah,
really,
like-
I'm verging on. I've done the crosswords. Sudoku's done as best I can, and I'm like, right, I need to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna say Braw. I like. Yeah, I won't live my life by it, but I like reading about it and stuff like that. I've been into that for a while. So
Some people do like legit believe in it though.
they do, yeah. Like the people that live their lives by like, oh, I read this in the paper, and now it says like some money. I'm gonna be wealthy this week, and I'm gonna look for some money and scour on the street for money. No, don't do that.
It's not any different from a fortune cookie.
Very true.
Fortune cookies are delicious.
Fortune cookies are delicious.
It's something you can eat. You see.
Yeah.
So
We've talked about
if
food.
they done horoscopes on food, I think it would go down a lot
when you
better.
get like edible paper,
or even just like on the pack of your biscuits, and you're just like you're sitting in a pack of custard creams,
like
and
the
you fucking
penguin
find
joke,
out. Yeah.
like the penguin
yeah.
joke, but it's got like I'm okay. I'm write this shit down right.
I'm going
so
on my account.
So it's a
Let's do
no here,
No.
no. So that's 3 no's. So astrology is a straight up no.
Okay, now we got to go from the Facebook page.
Oh, I'll go and get that up now then.
Filler.
I got the Bluetooth still in
Oh,
there.
here we go. Right. Let's see what we got. Load in. Oh, some good ones here.
There's a few belters
have some
actually.
good ones.
Let's see. Murray's Pies. We've already done that.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was Lawrence did
all
that
we'll
back
say,
in
we're
the
not going to
day.
get a Braw Or Naw. All we're going to say is Baines Loyal High.
Baines Loyal. This is a Baines
Do you,
podcast.
do you like Murray's pies?
Steak pies.
Steak.
Baines
I like
Loyal.
steak pies.
Steak
Yeah.
pies.
Right. Night and Day podcast. Shout out to Night and Day.
Shout out PJ and Alana.
Shout out.
I listened to a bit of their most recent episode with, I've forgotten the guy's name, but the second fittest man in the world.
Yes.
Apparently. Very interesting. Listen.
I listened to it this
There's,
morning. It was
there's
good.
a couple from Canada. I almost said Canada.
Canada.
We're
international.
They're big into their CrossFit, and they had the runner-up in the CrossFit Games as a guest on their podcast. And the guy, did you see a picture of the guy? He looks like fucking Thor.
Oh yeah, I saw the picture of him. He's
Fucking
huge. Yeah.
man. Yeah, so
Big boy.
that was a very good. So shout out PJ and Alana. So what are they going with?
They said steaks being cooked to well done.
Fuck off.
Oh, whoa.
Oh no.
Fucking sacrilege, man. Sacrilege.
I don't think it can be anything above medium.
No.
Blue, like literally, fry it one side, fry it the other side, and give it to me.
I'll
I
take
like
it.
the cow, man.
You like
I'm
it still
like-
going, huh?
Yeah,
I'll tell you, I'm the exact
honestly.
same. I'll take it anything
Any-
below medium. Anything
anything.
below medium.
Yeah.
But well done. You fucked that.
There's
You've ruined
nothing
that
to
steak.
it.
Yeah.
It can take you about 80 years to eat it.
So start with you and dogs.
Oh, I'm saying no.
You're saying no.
I used to eat steaks well done when I was
Me
younger.
too.
You're a bear now.
Yeah.
Right, when you're a
Stink
fir-
like
when you,
blood.
it's like when you first get into like coffees. When I first got into coffees, I had mocha because it was kind of chocolate. And now I'm like a black coffee with one sweetener in it at a push. You know what I mean? I like
you're
that
a man.
fuel. I'm like, give me that shit. But yeah, if you ask for your steak well done, die.
So good.
Settle, dude.
Would you have a word with somebody if you were out having like dinner with them? They ordered a steak and they got it well done.
They asked for it. If they asked, one of my pals said, "Well done," but I order something else. Like, you're not getting that. Or you're
Christ.
sitting by
And
yourself.
also,
crazy.
but they're holding up the whole eating experience.
Very true.
Their steak's like an extra 5 minutes onto your waiting.
And I'm gonna be hungry. Yeah.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
I'm just in this. The same as if. Do you have any vegan options? Aye, outside. Eat with the rest of the animals.
Okay, so you said no, and how do you how do you like it?
I like my steak medium.
Medium. Okay, I'm gonna go just like what you said. I liked it well done when I was like 9, but now that I'm an adult, well, kinda medium. Medium. I like it. So definitely no. with
I'm a
that.
no. In case you didn't.
You're a no.
guess.
We got that.
No.
Yeah, you like it still moving though. You said you like it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
nah. Yeah.
Still moving.
It looks like a murder sometimes. My firefighter Danny, that the beef isn't there anymore, but it's cool.
Is he a firefighter?
He is,
You
yeah.
never told me that.
Did I not?
I'm beefing with fucking one of New York's bravest. Fucking hell.
Yeah, Dan's a firefighter.
What's up, Dan?
Dan is, I told him this because we were talking the other day about the podcast. He's the only person I know growing up that was like, I'm going to be a firefighter at 15 and was a firefighter at like 22. And I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
I still don't know what I want to do.
I couldn't do it, man. I don't like getting burned by anything. So if I see a fire, my instinct is to just fucking run the other way.
Dan's a good man.
Unless I'm holding marshmallows over it, then I'm there for the fire.
So did we go around the table? Everyone said no,
Everyone
right?
said no. So well done steaks, no.
Okay.
And that was a big no from Night and Day podcast. Well, in fact, a huge no.
A huge no. Yeah.
I'm guessing they're like
That was a good one.
probably
Huge
medium
stuff.
Go
or
straight
below.
in the nobbin.
Nobby.
In the
Nobbin.
Right,
Get your knob in it.
Just catch it on there. That's why I was fucking laughing earlier.
It's taken me 5 minutes, but I'm there now.
A well done steaks and nobbin.
It's a nobbin.
Roddy Bader.
Hot Rod.
Shout out to Hot Rod. He says cucumbers, B or N.
BRN, I like that, yeah.
Braw or Naw. Cucumbers.
I've no real problem with them. I don't the taste fit. I don't like the consistency.
It's 90% water.
It's too soggy. If I wanted that much water, I'd have a drink.
You can eat your water.
That seems like an awful lot of effort.
Are we talking
Chewing.
like a cucumber salad here with mayo? And like, are we doing that whole thing?
I said there was no mayo in the cucumber salad, okay? I'll go next. I love cucumbers. I can eat cucumbers, maybe just a little salt on them. I love them.
Salt.
You know what I do? I like the Thai chili.
them in mayonnaise.
Or salt.
Spray a little salt on it. Yeah. Spray.
Fucking fork and knife and a plate in that as well. Jesus Christ.
With the
Mayonnaise, with a bowl of mayonnaise next to it. Just
with the classical music playing in the back. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I like the red chili sauce, the Thai chili sauce. Put that on there. Dip them in there. Love it.
I'm gonna roll it off. I'm gonna say no on the old cucumbers. Like
No, really. All right.
I like a cucumber. I like a cucumber and gin.
Cucumber and gin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
that I can get on board with. Yeah, I like the take the
Okay.
flavour in. Andy Mack.
Yeah, no, just
No?
don't waste your time with cucumbers.
Are you
Find
a
something better to eat.
Are you a veg guy? Do you like veg at all?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I just don't like raw vegetables. So like
Okay.
uncooked tomatoes, like
Oh, love uncooked tomatoes.
uncooked peppers and stuff like
I
that.
might just sit there with like an assortment of vegetables and a tub of salt. Just fucking.
You know, I
getting
I
absolute
get
with you on
I
this
get
one.
cherry tomatoes and I just pop
I
like
eat like a full one, like an apple. Like I'm just eating an apple.
yeah.
Salty tomatoes.
Salad to me.
I grab a handful. I'll go take the dog out for a walk or something. You know? It's crazy.
A
Love
pocket
it.
full of tomatoes, aye.
Yeah.
And your
She doesn't
fucking-
like 'em,
your
but-
flat cap.
Absolute madman.
Savage. Right, so it's 2 bras and 2 no's. What was Hot Rod saying?
Hot Rod, I think
He said no, didn't he?
Oh, so cucumbers
did.
go no. But I not been as well.
Oh, shout out to
Nobbin's
Hot
getting
Rod.
full.
I've got one
A full
from
nobbin.
Jay West.
it says Family Guy and then Arrow Simpsons.
Greater than.
Okay, so Family Guy better than The Simpsons.
So
Okay.
should we
Not
maybe
that
split this up?
suggestion.
Should we go? Because that's an opinion thing. So should we go Family Guy Braw or Naw, and then should we go The Simpsons Braw or Naw?
Well, let's say brought them both. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Even if they did both fall off quite a long time ago.
I don't know,
What
man.
I remember them for. They were
The Simpsons.
awesome.
The Simpsons fell off. Family Guy fell off for a bit, but the new episodes that I've seen were picking back up again. I feel like when it comes to Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane just stretched himself a bit too thin. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like they probably
Yeah.
should have cut that because I touched on this a few episodes ago. I watched the sort of sci-fi Star Trek series he did called The Orville.
Yeah, I watched that as
was
well.
awesome.
Yeah, it
I thought
was.
it was really good.
Really good.
I just think it was probably you can't turn something off that's making that much money, or the network will never let you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they tried to do the Cleveland show, and that was a heap of shit.
That was terrible.
So bad. I'm going to say Braw for both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say bra for both.
I'm gonna say I'll say Braw for both, but from what he's saying, I think like the thought that Simpsons or that Family Guy's better than The Simpsons. I'm gonna say no. I like The Simpsons better than Family Guy.
It's got more nostalgia to it, I think.
It does. I think that's probably why, because I know it from
a childhood thing.
my childhood,
Yeah.
but
That was always the beauty of The Simpsons is you could watch one episode and it'd be really geared towards kids, and then the next episode you would watch would be really geared towards more sort of adults. But
Yeah.
it could cross over between the two
Yeah.
seamlessly.
Yeah,
That
Family
was
Guy
really,
is-
really great.
Saying
Whereas
that,
Family Guy
the
is
episode
for more
where
mature
Family Guy and The
audiences.
Simpsons crossed over was actually quite a good episode.
Oh, I don't know if I
that
saw
was
that.
such a bad idea. You don't
A few years ago. But I thought it was quite enjoyable.
What about the Simpsons movie? You guys see that? You didn't like it?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It wasn't like...
That was the Bluetooth speaker, sorry.
Jeez, I thought it was like she was just like your house robot was agreeing.
It's past your bedtime.
The film, it was all right, but like it wasn't necessary. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't. I've watched.
Did
it.
you think they made more money from that than just on the episodes, really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it needed to happen. If they were going to do it, I'd have wished they'd have done this massive, mind-blowing story. But it seemed like it could have just been a season-long arc.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's
I
all
know.
it could have been. Like,
Do you know how much the Simpsons movie made? Worldwide, $527 million.
yeah, it doesn't surprise me
Just
if it
for the
made a
movie.
fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
Because I went to see it. Everyone would have went to see it because everyone's watched The Simpsons. But
Yeah.
they could have done like a 4-part special on TV.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Yeah. And then I would have been more impressed. But I went to the cinema and I was like, that's just a really long episode of Simpsons. There's nothing special about it. So, but yeah, I'll go. So Simpsons, Family Guy, they both just get an automatic Braw bins.
Yeah.
Straight in there.
Straight in there.
The Brawl Hall of Fame, those two going.
Ooh, I like that, Mike.
Yeah.
The Brawl of Fame.
Oh.
Brawl.
Thank you very much.
Merch spin-offs happening here.
Oh, I know,
This is something
yeah.
else. Right, I've got a couple more here. Another one from Night and Day podcast says banana peppers on pizza, Braw or Naw.
No.
What's a banana pepper?
I don't think I know what that is, so that's a no for me.
Like a banana on a pepper on a pizza.
They're like wee yellow-looking peppers.
They're too fancy for me, so I'll get a big fat no.
Yeah, that's them there. You see the jars. Fuck, you see them in. What's the brand called again? You know the ones I'm on about. Old El
Yeah.
Paso. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You get like them. You get their jalapenos and then the
Oh,
banana
like so actual
peppers.
peppers, right?
Yeah.
So there's no banana actual involved. Okay.
They're just because they're like yellow.
Don't do too much with your pizza. We've gone through this several times as well.
However, I would like to say that if you ever want to put your chips on your pizza, do that.
Okay.
So just a cheese pizza, get some chips, put it on carbs.
All right. I'm all right with that.
You'll never look back.
I'm okay
Those are
with
two of my
that.
favourite words.
Uh-huh.
Carbs.
Carbs on
and
carbs.
What are your thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
No.
Great. That's what I need to hear.
You're welcome here.
All right. So we all know about the.
No, I'll take.
You're good.
I'll take a pepper
Oh,
on the
okay.
pizza.
I'm
Yeah, if
jumping
you're
to
gonna
conclusions, yeah,
want
all right.
a little spice kick.
All right.
Let's have it.
All right.
So what we got? 3 no's and a bra. And
Yeah.
So you got it's a no bin.
3 no's. and
All
a
right,
bra.
I'll pick out one more then.
Okay.
Let's see.
Slow going on the Facebook today.
I've got
Rod's one's quite good.
what? Which one? That one. Social media phrases and made-up words such as "with this one, muchly," and the absolute pits, "living my best life."
Oh, I hate living my best life.
You know my favourite one is around Christmas time when and this is the example. I'm not saying this is generalisation, but girl will put up the presents that her boyfriend is giving her. And it's
Well, what a
usually,
lovely, great thing to have.
no, but I mean like a Michael Kors purse
Yeah.
or some earrings, and it'll be #lucky girl.
What are you shaking your head at?
No, but we'll be lucky
She's
girl,
lucky
be
if she's getting a
lucky
card.
gal.
#lucky gal, #boy done good, #Merry Christmas.
Oh,
that
I
type of
hate
shit.
that.
So that goes in there too. And I'm just going to say, from the very, very bottom of my heart, Hot Rod, no. Like, that shit fucks me off.
I don't like that either. No.
Like, I try and if I put up anything about Chuff, I try and take the piss a little bit. Mm-hmm. This is one from a few years ago with an ex-partner. It was like an anniversary, and I put up "Happy Anniversary." I can honestly say, out of all my wives, you're my favourite. So I think shit like that's better, but it's just like, OMG.
Is that why she's an ex? She found out about your harem of women.
Harem.
Harem, sorry.
But yeah, no, like, see shit like that, I just think, there's no need for it.
No.
There's absolutely no need for it. Like, I share photos of you and your significant other or your kids, but it's the same when people are like, "Happy 5th birthday to my little cherub." I was like, does your kid have Facebook? No, put your phone down and go hug your fucking child.
But if it's your dog, feel free to post pictures of your dog.
Yeah,
And that's acceptable.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. But
I feel because like I sit and look at social media all day that when I see like stupid hashtags, I'm like, why? Like, why can't you just write that what you want to say? Like, just write that there. You don't
Yeah.
have to put a hashtag next to it. No one's going to search for that.
Yeah.
That long 48 character hashtag. You know.
we should just start putting all of our posts on Instagram. Should just be one continuous hashtag.
Don't do that.
Okay, we won't. For that's from the marketing expert, so
Yes.
we won't do that.
Yeah, we need some tips.
I think this is going to we'll probably nail this one in the coffin pretty sharpish. So I'm a no.
I'd say no, unless it was in a funny way.
Okay.
No for the hashtags, definitely. And living my best life can go jump in a fucking river.
So I
Oh
used
my
that on my
God.
Instagram like 10 goals ago, but I done it in like a funny way, and I was like, how does that old saying go? And I don't know if people took it funny, so everyone's gonna go to Instagram and I'd be like, she did that.
No, but I mean, like,
but I was meant to be like,
I don't follow you on Instagram, so I didn't see it. I'm not taking a shot here.
Like, so you're lying there, hungover to death, in your favourite comfy clays, stained t-shirt, watching some shit on the telly with a 16-inch pizza at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when you'd be with chips on it. That's when you can use
mayo.
that's living your best life. Well, I think that's it for Braw Or Naw. So I'd like to take us into a brand new segment.
Oh.
Is this what I think it is?
This was pitched to us by two of our listeners. This was pitched to us by the first lady of the podcast, Chuff, and Guardian Angel of the podcast, Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
hi Rachel.
Cool. Thank you. This is a new segment called Agony Andy.
No pressure, eh?
So Andy's going to come up with some awesome music, and I'd like it. I thought I had a suggestion over this. We can have some like soft, sad music playing in the background.
I'll figure something
Okay,
out.
so here we go. So this is
Make
a
some
letter.
art form.
This is a letter sent in by a fan. Dear Andy, my wife agreed that I could name our child after one of Aston Villa's strikers if they got through to the FA Cup final. They're playing tomorrow, of course, but now my wife has gone back on her word. Right? I'm 25 and I've been a passionate Villa supporter all my life. My wife is 28. We're expecting a baby boy in July. My wife promised me I could name him Gabby after Gabriel Ebongor or Christian after Christian Benteke, as they are Villa's main strikers. My partner has tried to say she has never seriously agreed to this. Is this grounds for divorce?
Oh wow.
That took a weird turn at the end.
Most likely, yeah. First thing I'd probably want to highlight with your story is that he's a Villa supporter, but Christian Benteke plays for Crystal Palace these days. So
You just play along there, mate. I think.
No, but this is part of the advice. I mean, I would advise you against calling your kid Christian Benteke because he no longer plays for your team. Other than that, I think naming your kid after one of Villa's strikers is frankly fucking ludicrous. I don't know what the fuck you've been smoking, bro, or how you managed to get a bird and fucking even knock her up in the first place.
It sounds like he's been on the Christian
He
Benteke's, mate. Aye.
he sounds like an absolute. So I'm just like, Ken, what? No, I think your wife should leave you and divorce you.
Oh my goodness.
And you need to get a grip on your fucking life. mate.
Wow. I thought this could go one way or another.
And I'll see you for some more chat sometime in the near future. Yeah?
We have to get you a tagline like that. Take care of yourself and each other.
I'm no Jerry Springer.
I know that's it, but we need to get you a Jerry Springer style line.
It'll be like Paul Dock or something. All right, guy. Cheers. Bye. I don't know if any of you guys follow Paul Dock on Twitter, do you?
No, who's that?
I do. The wee guy with the wee squidgy face on the Twitter like this.
Yeah, and he's got like really big gaps in that in his teeth. He's so funny, man.
He's very
That
funny.
Oh,
was-
I do follow
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Although he's always speaking out against folk, highlighting that he's got big gaps in his teeth. And I like him, and I've just done that there. So apologise to Paul Dock.
That was Agony Andy, and we will return next week with more problems. Alternatively, if you have got a problem and you want Andy to get a stab at sorting out for you, get in touch with us at monkeyswordfightpodcast@gmail.com.
I don't do medical problems.
Yeah, don't send
Hank.
pictures in
Dear
of the rash.
Andy, here's this rash.
Don't send pictures in. But stories, yeah, they're welcome.
Thank you for that, Andy. That was
Cheers.
excellent.
That was good.
So, this is usually the part of the show where we go over what we have been watching or listening to this week.
What have you been watching or listening to this week?
I've got one that's not so much I've been listening to, but it's not even so much anything else, but I got sent this by my mum, and she wanted me to make sure that I read this out. So, I have a little sister, Julie, she's only a year younger than me, but throughout her whole life, she has amused us with her what we call Julieisms, because she just doesn't think about what she's saying before she says it. So I got this text from my mum, the latest Julieism. We were discussing birthdays and what day it is this year. Julie, my birthday's a Tuesday, but it's a Tuesday every year.
No, it's not, Julie.
So I would just like to, I wanted to sort of pitch out there, is there anything that you assumed for your entire life and just thought it was the same for everyone? And then it was like the ladder was unceremoniously whipped from underneath you.
Light bulbs.
What do you
I
mean?
thought light bulbs were all the same.
Oh.
Like, I thought they were all, I didn't realize there was.
Universal light bulbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I kind of thought that too.
I never, until this year, I didn't learn how to buy a light bulb.
Oh, wasn't that? Wasn't
Same
that
with a tin opener, but this year,
Yeah, what's the tin opener thing?
I never knew how to use a tin opener until about 4 months ago.
What?
I just used to stab my tuna with one of the knife.
And you have all your fingers here, so there you go.
Or I would always get the pulley top until this year, and I learned how to do it. So yeah.
University degree, but can't use a tin
There
opener.
you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anything else? Anyone got anything else that they thought was like a?
I always thought everyone who was older than me was smart. Like, you ever go like to the bank with your parents when you were younger, and you were like, "Wow, that guy works in the bank, and he must be a lot smarter." It's like, no, these people are all idiots. A lot of people are dumber than you think they are.
It's when you get to being an adult and you realize that no one has a fucking clue.
No,
what that
no
is.
one knows anything.
when you're younger, you think adults. You're like, oh my goodness, they're adults. And you get to an adult, like people look at me like that.
Yeah, people look at me like that, and I'm dumb too.
I'm
so
still,
no.
you know, the one time it got me was this was years ago. I worked in JJB, and the kid was misbehaving, and his mum went, "Look, the man will tell you off if you don't stop." And I was like, "Ah, fuck!" I remember my mum saying that to me when I was in shops.
You're the man.
What about you, Andy? You got any like truths?
Did
that
you
were
punch
hard
that
hitting?
kid, by the way? Did
I
you?
kicked him straight in his face. Sweet tune music, right to the jaw.
Well, anything I thought was...
Like anything you just assumed was the truth, and then you found out that you were incorrect.
I could have said something really rude there, but no, I'm not going to. No, really, no.
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 I was like, people like I always feel like it's weird, like people who like pronounce words weird, and then you tell them that's not how you pronounce the word.
Such a weird feeling when people tell you
Yeah,
that.
like colour is spelt with a U.
Well,
Well, that's not
is
pronunciation.
that weird when I
that's
told you that?
spelling.
It wasn't spelled with you.
Anyway, that was going to watch and listen this week. I've been listening to a lot of Fighter and the Kid podcast. Listened to a bit of. I actually picked this. Remember a few months ago when the new Arctic Monkeys album came out, and I was really upset because I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I've been getting right into it this week, and it's fucking awesome. So I'm all up in that now. Other than that, watch some of the second series of Last Chance U on Netflix.
Good.
Talked about it. It's awesome, man.
Great show. Yeah.
I really like. We were talking about this on Sunday. Like the coach Buddy is obviously he's this. I don't know if you've seen it. It's on Netflix. So it's this college where people who have been kicked out of higher up colleges go when their careers are maybe on the rocks, and the coach is this like Raj. In the first series, he's just the angriest man on the planet. He's like kicking off all the time, and obviously he didn't like what he seen in the first series. So in the second series, he's trying to like amend. So every time he swears, he has to do 10 push-ups. And there's this one game where like his offensive line are playing absolute horse, and he's fucking drop all he is, and then he sort of catches him as that. But let's go out and have fun. But yeah, really enjoying Last Chance U. So that's about it for me. Who wants to go next?
Andy Mac.
No much for me. It's been a busy week. Not been really watching or listening to much. Been listening to a couple of synthwave guys. Guy called Home. Another one's Dance with the Dead. Other than that, I've just been editing videos all weekend and just releasing tracks. So yeah, not much to report from me, guys.
Hollie, you want to go?
I've been watching a lot of really crappy under-budget sci-fi TV programs. So I got the Sci-Fi channel on My Now TV. So I watched the new one called The Outpost, which is kind of trying to do a Game of Thrones fantasy thing, but it's really under budget. And then I watched Marvel's Inhumans, which got really bad reviews, but I thought it was brilliant. Under budget again.
It got cancelled, didn't it? As well?
Yeah, it was only one season. I keep getting invested in one season and going, this is going to be amazing. And then it gets to the end and it ends.
As soon as
And
I
that's
hear,
it.
if someone says to me a series but only ran for one season, I'm like, I'm out. Unless it was a standalone, I was like,
Can't
I
do
can't,
it.
because I'd be furious if it was me.
And then I was about to the other night watch the Sharknadoes and then decided to watch the trailer and realised that would probably be a really, really, really bad idea.
Bad idea.
So I decided not to. And I'm glad I'd done that. So yeah, that's been me. I've been kind of watching really crappy
I've
stuff.
heard they're awesome,
Yeah, but
like in the worst way.
in the
Yeah.
watched the trailers and I was just like, I don't think I can watch an hour and a half of people killing sharks.
You don't want to spend any time of your busy 16-hour days. You don't,
Watching.
after that,
Your
you don't want
downtime
to
is very
Sharknado.
valuable.
watch Sharknado.
Sharknado,
Yeah, I
no,
don't think
bro.
my downtime isn't as valuable as yours. So I'd probably watch that, but it sounds like you don't have a lot of downtime,
No.
so you should not waste your time
Please
on that.
don't, no.
5-star
And
movies.
there's 6 of them, and they're an hour and a half each. That's like that's 9 hours.
See, this is why I've never got any time to watch anything because I'm always so busy.
There you go.
It's really hard, man, when
It
you're
is.
juggling, spinning so many plates to go, oh, I'm going to sit down now and spend 4 hours catching up on 4 episodes of this because you're like, if I do that, it'll be 2:30 in the morning.
I feel you, man.
I listen and watch stuff just for this segment now, it seems like.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, oh, maybe I'll put this on just so I can
I know.
have something to say.
Anything else?
Yeah, any
Ollie?
music you're listening to right now? Even if it's old? Anything?
Yeah, I'm listening to a lot of Fleetwood Mac.
Me
all the
too,
time,
actually.
constantly, all the time. I listen to Fleetwood Mac, so that's about it.
That's good, though.
I got a new
Yeah.
car this year, and it's only got a CD player, and I can't get the Bluetooth or the thing that works to put your
The aux cable.
yeah, all that crap. So I just bought Fleetwood Mac and just been listening to Fleetwood Mac constantly.
Now, I noticed somebody gave you a stack of vinyls.
Yes.
How many records was it again?
117.
That's what you want.
117, and they're all really, really old, kind of Jam, Rolling Stones,
Nice.
Lulu, UB40. Don't know which one, but I'm assuming the
If
original.
it's on vinyl, it'll probably be the original.
The UB40.
The UB40.
Not one of.
You'd be surprised what you can pick up in second-hand vinyl, man.
I know.
I
it's
want to start. I'm
brilliant.
going to start upping my vinyl game. I've got like 6 or 7 just now. I really need to.
Yeah, I got a few.
I have 160 now.
160?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll give you guys some of my vinyl if you want to take it off my hands because I've got fucking boxes of it, man.
I
I'll
got
come in and have a
Eminem's.
look.
I got Eminem's first album on vinyl, actually. When I was,
I've got.
Back when he was good.
back when I was a DJ.
My aim is to have all 6 Arctic Monkeys albums on vinyl.
I thought you would have had that done already.
I've got the first one, which is my favourite album of all time. I have the 5th one, and I think I've got another one. I've got 2 or 3 out of the 6. That's my go-to right now.
There you go, Chuff. Christmas gift ideas.
She got me the first
She's going to have to
one for
listen in
anniversary.
order to get that, though, right?
She won't be listening because she wasn't on it.
She's sitting better at it, actually. Glory hunting cunt.
She did say that though.
I know, but she did go through a bit of a phase of catching up on them, and then I can't remember one of the gay guy from Queer Eye, one of the gay guys from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy did a podcast, and she just got all up in that, the one with the long hair. I can't remember his name, but yeah, she loved that shit. Mike,
Con Yeezy told me about a band called Cast. Have you heard of them?
I've heard of
The
them.
old 90s group.
Yeah,
Cast. They were
yeah.
amazing back in the day, man.
Yeah, she was like, she's described them as kind of being like knockoff Oasis. I was
not
like,
really.
and I listened to them. I was like, not really, but they were good. The songs she gave me 3 songs. I listened to 2 of them, and they were pretty good. Easy listening, good like cleaning music. Like
Yeah,
put it
man.
on and bop around the house.
Oh, shout out to Connie for that one.
Shout out to Con Easy. Also, R&B guy, Black, but he spells his name with a 6, so it's 6LACK.
6 Lack.
6 Lack, yeah. People make fun of him, call him 6 Lack. His album just came out, which is pretty good. And I haven't been really watching too much except for stuff with my daughters. They're really into like baking shows now. And
Great British Bake Off.
I will not watch that in my home.
It's just folk cutting about making cakes. Isn't it?
Absolutely right, man. I stand
That's
by
so
that
true.
comment. I stand by it.
But there's a couple of shows on Netflix now that are all kind of, it looks like they're shot in the same studio and they have like the same 3 people in them. There's one called last week. Shit, what is it called?
Sounds like a terrible name for a show.
Shit, what is it called? No, but there's one called Nailed It. So they just get people who like to bake, but they're terrible at it. And they get them to do these really complicated cakes.
See, that sounds good.
And then after they kind of spin the table around, they have to go, nailed it. And they're like, oh my God, this is terrible.
There's one on Netflix as well where it's who can make the best weed-infused recipes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen that show.
Do they eat them?
Probably.
Let's get high.
No, the one that you've been watching, Mike, obviously.
Sugar Rush, actually, it's called. Yes.
Yeah, it's a famous series of memes that went about years ago, which was the Nailed It memes, where people looked at all these really fancy, like Tasty and
Yeah.
Munchies, fucking cakes and stuff, and then they would do their one next to it. And
Yeah.
Be like little birds and that, but the icing's all melted. It's like the end of fucking Indiana Jones. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the melt it Nazi.
Yeah, and there's Nailed It, and then the guy who's in Sugar Rush, who was like a famous Australian pastry chef, Zumbo's Just Desserts. Yeah, the guy's name is Zumbo, and I've been watching that with the girls. I've been really into. I'm always like, oh, I hate this stuff, and then I'm sitting down with them. I'm like, oh, she's using the wrong sugar. This is terrible. This is never going to come out right.
fucking
It's
rookie.
never going to come out right. But that's it. That's all I've been watching.
It is.
Do you know there was one thing I just wanted to touch on because we never did it last week.
Okay.
But it was just with Nicki Minaj and Cardi.
Oh,
Know what I mean?
yeah.
Have we got time for a quick 2 seconds round the table about that?
Yeah. So what was it? Apparently, Cardi B went for Nicki and got lumped, and she come away with a fucking welch on her head.
Yeah.
That looked pretty painful.
After Cardi said that Nicki said something about her kid on Instagram, or liked to comment about someone talking about her parenting or about her kid.
Apparently, Nicki Minaj is a bit of a fucking nightmare.
She goes after a lot of people, though, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
she does. She's always arguing with someone.
I think she's
or-
got a drug problem or
I think-
something. She's a little
Yeah.
weird
I
now.
think as well, she tries to blacklist a lot of people in the
Like
industry.
behind the scenes.
Yeah, like if
Yeah.
she doesn't like someone, she'll say to producers or something like that, if you work with this person, I won't work with you. Because obviously Minaj is the big draw.
Yeah.
I think it's
She can
quite
do that.
a thing. But what you got with it?
No, not much. It was actually a really hot topic. I was surprised we didn't talk about it last
It was on the
week.
list. Yeah.
But I was just really angry. I was just like, Cardi B, who the fuck do you think you are, man? Get your fucking hands off Nicki Minaj. I will not be having that, right?
I haven't read.
That's
this,
my bird,
just
man.
On the topic of rap beefs, so Eminem came back with Kill Shot against Machine Gun Kelly. Apparently, though, they were both produced by the same person, and apparently, Machine Gun Kelly's track was recorded 6 months ago.
Oh, he had it in the stash ready for him. All
And
right.
there's also issues about Ghost writing as well with that because there's some other guy who's named as the author of the track, which is essentially was responsible for the lyrics.
Wait, so for Ghost,
Machine Gun
for
Kelly.
Machine
Gun
Kelly's-
Kelly,
yeah.
I did quite like.
Not like that matters in
Kill
hip hop
Shot.
these days, writing, right?
The thing is, I was having this discussion with Chuff there. She's like, "Why are they doing this? They're grown men." I goes, "I know it's ridiculous, but I really like a diss track."
Yeah, I do
Seems
too.
like some of them pull out their best work. Like, what's the Ice Cube diss?
No Vaseline?
No Vaseline. That's one of my favourite songs ever.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I remember the scene from Shoutout Compton where NW are just sitting there, just getting absolutely annihilated.
It reminds me of the YouTubers that were all doing rap beefs about one another in 2017. So I'm wondering in 2019, are they then, all the rappers going to do what all the YouTubers are doing this year, which is I'll just start doing fucking boxing matches. Because I'd pay money to watch like Lil Wayne and fucking Drizzy go at it.
Me
man.
too,
Would you? I'd
actually,
give
yeah.
fucking
Drizzy would get his
$10 for
arse
that.
handed to him by Lil
Drake-
Wayne.
I'd love to see
boy.
I know, but like he's a proper posh little Canadian boy, whereas Wheezy looks like he's actually been in a fight before.
That's true, yeah.
Drake's
He's
Canadian,
been in
so all he
jail a
does
few
is
times, too.
apologise for getting in people's way.
Because
Sorry.
like news and all your media is so saturated now that the easiest way for these guys to stay relevant and shift units is to create beefs.
Yeah.
Was Chris Brown not meant to be fighting Soulja Boy for a while?
Oh, yeah, but they wouldn't do that. And who would want to fight Chris Brown? The guy could do a backflip on the spot. He'll kick your ass.
I pay to see him get knocked the fuck out.
Me too.
And J. Cole as well. Fuck
J. Cole.
to get that in there.
Right, well, will we wrap up there?
Yes.
Right, well, thank you again to our sponsors, Paul Patrick Plumbing and Heating, like we said at the start. Small, reliable plumbing and heating company, gas safe registered, fully insured, from tap washers to heating systems. No job too small. What, there are no speaking the microphone for you?
No, you were about to start doing it for the.
No, I
you
wasn't.
just like doing it on.
Shout out to
our
our sponsor, Paul Patrick.
Shout out to Paul.
Paul Patrick.
We need to get Paul
Perth's
back on
premier
soon.
plumbing and heating company. Facebook, Paul Patrick Plumbing and Heating. Thank you to Hollie for joining us this week.
Thank you for having me.
Very welcome. Welcome back.
It's been a pleasure.
Do you want to shout out any social medias?
Yeah, just put my name into Google and follow me.
Oh, big dog. All right.
Yeah.
I'm on Google.
I'm on
me.
Google me. Just
Too
Google
big
me.
to give you my socials.
Y'all know where I am. Come on.
You saucy bastard. That's
Yeah,
it's going to be
saucy
my
bastard.
favourite episode title ever. Is yes.
There you go.
All right, yes, saucy.
That'll draw a lot of people in.
I'm glad we remembered it this time, though.
Yeah, me too. Thank you to those who follow us. You can find us on, you can email us, at monkeyswordfightpodcast@gmail.com. We are on Facebook and Podbean, Monkey Sword Fight Podcast. We are on Twitter at MSF_podcast. I am on Twitter at Wagwan Patrice.
I am also on Twitter at _MDots. There is also Instagram, which is Monkey Sword Fight Podcast, all one word.
And you can catch me hanging about on spicy Twitter.
Spicy.
Spicy Twitter at Macapella.
Also, just a reaching out to the people out there. If you have Twitter, at Tony Watt. We want him on the show.
Yeah.
Call him a saucy bastard.
Call him a saucy bastard. Tweet him, retweet my tweet, retweet the Monkey Sword Fight tweets. Let's get Tony Watt on the show so I can fanboy the fuck out.
I'll second that. I think this would be an interesting, because we got a shout out from Michael Bisping.
Michael Biss, I forgot.
Hell
that.
yeah.
UFC middleweight champion of
Fuck
the
out,
world.
the count, yo.
The Count, Mike Bisping. So, yeah, shout out to him for that. But I think that would be a really interesting experiment. Let's see if we can make it happen.
Make it viral.
But
Yeah.
it's you guys, the listeners, that can help us do that. So we need your involvement.
Yes. We can only, the three of us can only send so many tweets at him without getting suspended or blocked. So,
I'm not tweeting him. He's a fucking St. Johnstone player. Man.
He scored that goal against Barcelona.
never gonna get him on here.
Anyway, thank you once again for tuning in, listening. Thank you again for your feedback. Those who have got in touch with the names for the monkey, those who have given us your Braw Or Naws. Once again, Holly, thank you very much for coming on. You don't have to listen, but you do have to share it.
Oh, I'll share the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Self-promotion is key, but once again, thank you and God bless. Peace.
Good night.
Bye.